Hello, and welcome along to episode of the Tales of the Unchained. Today's episode is called Unseen Disturbance. Last episode was called Return to Mazrea.
I'll take a crack.
Go for it.
So we started our session in... I can't remember the name of the tavern, but it's the one that we started off in.
The Wayfarers.
Yeah, Wayfarer something. Wayfarer's Rest.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And we had just brought was her name Gresha?
Gresha.
We had just brought Gresha to Merrigan, who was the bard, the very first bard that we met in this very first tavern that we met each other in. And she had agreed to basically take the girl on as something of an apprentice. But she had asked us to watch over her as she, readied her room. Obviously discovering that she sees people on the side for money. And we had...
No, was it for money? Were we 100% sure of that?
That was
my interpretation.
It was
Vel'zekiss' belief that it was for money.
Anyway, we had a lot of conversations. Basically, what else did we talk about? Does anyone remember before the main thing happened, which was
she had real meat, and we were like,
really...
"What's not real meat?" But it's just pork, just like rat meat.
There was
she had pork
meat, for sure.
Our friend Toothy also had some fairly important things to say.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. That
right, he had no idea what a sandwich was. Or no, he wanted us to make sandwiches.
No, he taught us how to eat with our hands as opposed to with utensils.
Yeah, to eat with bread.
Yeah, but ultimately, culminating in Tooth and Claw reciting his oath to Gresha, and I guess by extension all of humankind or peoplekind.
For Jay, the individual promises are put in the roll-20 chat.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. And so that was a very cool moment. And then Gresha came, and then Mary came back, and was just like, "Well, you guys can leave if you want, or you can stay, whatever." We kind of hung around for a bit, but then we ultimately decided, we wanted to go shopping before the evening was out, and so we did. And we visited a whole bunch of places, but before that we had to offload all of the equipment and the things that we were lugging around from adventuring. So we went to visit the Mazrea General Store. The proprietor's name was Harrison, I want to say. I'm going to pull up the list. I'm sure it's there somewhere.
Yep, Harrison is correct.
Yep. Harrison, and he was a very mild-mannered man, and explained to us that his business, along with many other people's shops, were losing a lot of clientele to the new guy in town, a gentleman named Vel'zekiss, who runs something in oddities.
Finest wares and oddities.
Yes, finest wares and oddities. And so we questioned that a little bit. And he explained that he just seems to be able to charge less than everyone else, no matter what. And we found that a little interesting. So I guess at this point we sort of agreed to look into it for him.
He did give us a bit of an explanation, though.
We haven't got to this yet. I think Rico's still on.
Oh, okay.
No, yeah, I'm still at Harrison, for God's sake.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So we agreed to look into it, sold all our stuff, got a whack ton of money. And then the next place we visited was the jewelry store to offload some of the gemstones that we had found because Harrison would not take them. And we met a little gnome man, probably Eraz, this gentleman here. And he was very nice and explained that his business was not so affected by Vel'zekiss's shop, but he obviously, empathized with Harrison, who was an old friend of his. I don't know if there was anything else major that happened in Eraz's shop.
Eraz gave you a map.
That's right.
A place to a mine or something.
Where he believed that a Dwagar mine, I think.
Yes, a closed, Dwarven specifically. He never said Dwagar. He just knows.
I thought he said
But
for
he
sure
thought-
Dwarven, and he thought Dwayne.
Yeah, so he thinks that it might be possible that Dwagar moved in or came in from the
Mhm,
or whatever.
mhm,
But
mhm.
he then, very late on into the conversation, related that nobody he'd ever given the map had come back.
Yes.
And then he thought maybe just nobody found anything good, but maybe they all died going there. So,
So that's something that we can do as well. Potentially die in a cave somewhere.
yeah.
And then after Iraz, I want to say we went to the armor store.
You did indeed, yes, because you now have
Yes.
enough money, and
Correct.
we did buy you armor as well, Jay. So,
Yes, we did.
There is some ring mail being crafted for you.
Oh my
At
God,
some
thanks.
point, it can be upgraded to chainmail.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, for the time being, we spoke to. Yes, well, it was early. It was late in the evening, I believe, and so when we got there, the blacksmith lady Kazia was working on her own, and so we commissioned the pieces and told us that it would take a few days for the heavy armors and the next day for Boxxo's
late afternoon.
leather jacket. Yeah. And so that was cool. And then from there, we decided to. Pietro asked to pop into a magic shop, and so we went to visit a magic shop run by a very interesting guy named D'Souza with 6 fingers and a really cool hat.
We don't pull out the fingers. The art's
And
cool.
then we were mucking around with him for a bit, and I don't know what exactly the reason. I guess he just felt that we were trustworthy enough and we looked like the adventuring types, but he basically explained that he had recently been burgled.
So you guys thought that he was because he was complaining about he'd raised all his prices really high because he was doing really badly financially, and you guys all assumed that was because of Vel'zekiss, but then he was like, no, I sell unique goods, so Vel'zekiss hasn't caused me any problem at all, but some dickheads robbed my shop and basically stole all my spell components.
Yes.
And all of the things needed to make spell focuses and to attune people to them. And that's like his main steady.
Some of the more mundane things, but exactly the stuff that brings in the dough. And so we agreed to have a look at his little warehouse in the back and made a few discoveries. It would appear that the culprit is some sort of a fur person. Perhaps he has a fursona.
Yes.
That was a.
Sorry, I knew that would get done.
Reference from you.
I knew that would get
That's
done.
a great reference.
But we assume that he might be a Tabaxi of some sort, and he has a partner who is in all likelihood a small imp, and so we put 2 and 2 together and figured he's probably some sort of a warlock who's rolling around with an imp familiar.
I will specify.
Probably.
I may not have given this information out last time, but I just want to make you very aware that in this world, Mazrea as a whole, you can bond familiars that are not the classic quarter beasts. If you're higher level or have the better version, bond familiar, etc. So wizards, sorcerers, warlocks can all find like a familiar that is an imp or whatever, depending on their wheel and their level and stuff. So he doesn't necessarily be a warlock, so he might.
He's a thief and he has a familiar.
He might not have a patron, yes. Because that might deter you from pursuing said thieves.
Got you.
I want to make sure that's clear. Yeah, there was one other thing that you found out. Oh, no, not yet. You did find out another thing about the thief, but not from this guy.
Oh, right, because he had also explained to us that one of his compatriots down the road, a lady named Ashleen, also had been burgled. And so we finished up our business with him. I can't remember if we bought very much. Did Vel'zekiss ever end up getting his light source?
Not yet, I don't believe. No.
Okay. So we probably didn't buy very much from him. But then we went to go visit Ashleen, and she was in the middle of some sort of ritual as we entered her shop. So we let her finish whatever she was up to. And then when she came to, we questioned her, found out that she was some sort of divinatrix, cleric of sorts, who was attempting to speak to dead. That's her shtick. She contacts those who have passed on for other people.
Yeah, she offers many different clerical services. That's one that is quite popular, but she can also divine for people, augury, and do other
the classic cleric stuff. Yeah.
And healing.
And we questioned what exactly could have been stolen from that sort of business, and she explained again that all of her spell components and the things that she uses to perform these rituals were stolen. And I don't remember the last piece of information. James,
she in her divination ritual, kept discovering that the Tabaxi was on a boat that isn't moving. So she has no idea where.
Right.
Could be the other side of the world. She just knows it's on a boat. And she doesn't know it's a Tabaxi, but
could be in that.
It's Tabaxi. Indeed, it could be. It's one of the biggest ports outside the archipelago in the world. And she just knows that he's on a boat that's not moving.
But she also gave us a task, I believe, with her, right?
So she asked you to
had a friend
with her an hour or two.
She had a friend
with an exorcism.
Correct. She opened up a new shop, and the shop was haunted or something, right? Isn't that what was happening?
Isn't exorcism? Can you exorcise a ghost from no one? I thought exorcise was like removing ghosts and demons from possessing people.
To purify.
I guess so.
Purify the new shop.
So basically, there's a poltergeist on the second floor of a tavern that her friends recently bought.
That's a tavern, not a shop.
She is going to try and commune with it, speak with it through the door, and convince it to leave peacefully. But today she doesn't have the spell slots, for want of a better phrase, to do any more than that. And she was wondering, like, if you guys are willing to come along and act as brave warriors and potentially fight it, then she is guaranteed to be able to get rid of it. And she gave you something to facilitate your job.
It was a bag of like dust, so that we could sort of
2 huge buckets actually of paint dust.
Yeah. Oh yes.
So you could throw
blue
it
dust?
at invisible. It was blue actually. You have a D4 for that. So basically, it's poltergeists are invisible. So objects that get thrown around, but you can't see the ghosts. It's going to make it a very difficult fight. So you may well spend the first couple of rounds trying to find the bastard. So
trying to powder it.
If you can powder it, it'll be visible.
Yeah. And so then the last thing we did before finishing up was to finally visit this Vel'zekiss character that we kept hearing so much about. And much to our surprise, he was a very humble, older-looking gentleman. And when we sort of questioned his newfound success, he seemed to give reasonable explanation as to his business practices. But I think that we still got the idea that he was hiding something.
Yeah. So he used to be a merchant on the road. Quite specifically, he followed the army of Mazrea, Emperor Kiazan's army. And he has contacts that sell like only rope, right? So it's a merchant who only sells something very specific.
Like, he buys in bulk.
Yeah, because he buys huge amounts and can then... he doesn't buy huge amounts. They sell huge amounts, and anything that's defective or that they can't sell like in their standard wares or that needs repairing or patching up, they sell to him very, very cheap. So he might get, 25 ropes that have frayed slightly or that got a little wet in the ship and they're therefore discolored, those little things, and therefore that allows him to sell very, very cheap. And that's how he was supplying the army on the cheap, and it's now how he's the shop and he's supplying on the cheap. That's what he says, but you did get the impression there was something shady or dodgy about his deal.
He's a retailer who has somehow invented wholesaling in this world.
Well, the wholesaling kit is fairly cheap, but the fact that it's defective wholesaling is what's really allowing him to sell super cheap. Right? Because he's cheaper than the guy who's selling... The guy who only sells daggers is not selling daggers as cheap as this guy's selling daggers.
Right.
Because his are slightly repaired. He's invented the second-hand shop and has found...
I can't remember who. I want to say it may have been Iraz. But wasn't it sort of made known that there may have been some sort of connection between the pamphlets that were found all over these bandits that we were beating up on the road and Vel'zekiss?
Yeah, I mean, it was actually, I think it was Josh's insight check.
Oh, right.
He talked about, I used to find my fortune on the road and now I still do. And those pamphlets are called The Road to Fortune. And the excellent insight check from Boxxo, I believe, is what thought that. As he gets advantage on insight checking merchants with their wear prices, which is oddly specific and has come in oddly useful, even though I wrote this quest before he made his character. So, who knows? He's reading my notes behind my back. Not possible, they're all in my head. Anyway, so at the end of our session, you had set out from Vaclus's to head to the tavern that is being under construction to meet Ashleen, the cleric.
I think we also figured that we may as well swing by the Temple of Gacelia and pick up our friend Rheawynne.
Yes, indeed. That was the plan, right? You were going to say, in case you didn't know, Rhea, you were at the Temple of Gacelia. Having settled in the girl, the next step was to go and speak to Gacelia and sort of reaffirm your, in the light of Puthi making his vows, in the light of Gresha finding a hearth and a home, you felt it was time to pay your goddess a respect, and you're done with that. You are, I promise. Also, part of that is that you would be getting your level 2 spells because you've hit level 3, right? So if you haven't prepared your level 2 spells, you may do so now, as if you took a long rest. Probably in anticipation of fighting a ghost. Believe it or not. And I am just... Well, the music, it's stopped again for everybody, hasn't it?
Yep.
Yes.
We'll start at some point. I should be playing Ominous Wizardry. Peaceful. But it isn't. Anyway, and then, yeah, we... Oh, no. Here we go. Right. Yeah. Cool. So as you arrive, you note that there is sort of a sign on the outside that is half painted. You can see a large goblet on the painting, and just the letter T at the top left. And then you'll note that the paint of the T has sort of run downwards into the art. Yep. That's what you get from that. But you know that it's exactly where Ashleen directed you to. And the door is slightly open, and I'll take a perception check from Cleric and who's got the highest? I never remember. Is it also Rhea?
Yeah.
It's also rare.
In that case, I will also take one from Vel'zekiss.
Sorry, James, did you say it was a half a sign, or the sign was half
No,
done?
the sign is half painted, so it's half a goblet on the sign, and then the T
was like, is it
above has just like
okay.
ran down in.
Yeah,
it's as if somebody has badly attempted to start painting it, and they sort of made a mistake and stopped, and they're not really sure where to go.
Gotcha.
You got a 12, sir.
Okay.
4.
Sounds like it's 4. Okay, so both of you, or all of you, have noticed that there is a slight white fog, sort of almost bleeding through the gap in the slightly open door, the front door. And with a 12, Rhea, you note that the glass, and glass is quite expensive in Mazrea, by the way, very expensive. And you will note that there's 9 or 10 glass windows in a sort of pyramidical shape in the front. That would have been very expensive. They'll really make this tavern different. But to everybody else, it looks like they're sort of fogged glass. And you're noting that the fog is so thick at the glass that although it is actually moving, so it's just inside the tavern and rolling around very slowly. This thick white fog.
Oh.
She did say she'd meet you inside. Not expecting it to be foggy.
And she's obviously nowhere to be found outside.
Well, she's not outside.
Yeah.
Can I approach the fog?
Yeah, so there's a little tiny bit bleeding out the door, or you can go in and see the fog more closely. It's up to you.
And well, I'll let everybody know that I'm seeing indoor fog, so I'm not just keeping it to myself.
It looks quite cold in there.
Yeah, I didn't. Is it supposed to do that inside?
Not usually.
Should I I should open it. I'm gonna open it. Yeah, I'm gonna open it. Okay, and she's gonna go open the door.
Okay, as you open the door wider, that little bit of fog that was bleeding out becomes so widely dispersed you can barely see it as it comes out the door. And as you go in, you note that the fog is right next to the window, rolling very thickly upwards, but it isn't in the rest of the town. As you enter, you see a fairly well-appointed tavern. You will note that she's got all like the patron tables done, and she's decorated around with empty bottles that a lot of them have candle wax melted down the outside, as if she's put candles in bottles and then let them burn down to wax all on the outside of lots and lots of bottles. And she's decorated with that all around. She's got lanterns hanging down. It looks lovely. And then you turn to where the countertop of the bar would be, and there is 2 pieces of wood flat on the floor, and a big bag of nails. And that's it. There is a staircase leading upstairs that is sort of a thick, wide staircase that then bends back on itself, if you will, to what seems to be a balcony that surrounds and looks in the tavern. But you will note that at the back of the tavern there is a spiral staircase that seems to go above this to like a 3rd level. And that would be, you would assume, where the inn rooms would be and where apparently. And sat in the very middle of the room, not on a chair, but on the floor, cross-legged, is Ashleen, our resident cleric. And pacing up and down in the side, sort of near where that mess is a gnome. She's got dark purple hair, big round glasses, and she's sort of pacing. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. It's again. In my head, leave me alone. Oh dear.
Excuse me.
Why aren't they talking? Begone, apparitions! She shouts at you and waves her hands away at you. And as she says this, I need a charisma save from all of you, please.
Oh, this may not go well.
I might actually need to double check that. It might not be a charisma save. I'm 90% sure this spell is a charisma save, but I should really look it up.
Whatever it is, I'm going to advantage it with Tides of Chaos.
Okay.
I think, yeah.
Oh, Boxxo, no.
Hey.
Total of 20.
Anybody get below 16?
Yes.
Okay, Toothy.
I got a nat 1.
Lovely. Toothy and Boxxo. You are immediately entered into a strange but benign plane of existence. Separately, neither one of you sees the other one. What this is you're walking along on the grass, in what looks to be a sort of blue sky. There are trees around, but the bark is purple. And as you're walking, the grass sort of goes up in a hill like this. Turns all the way upside down, but you don't fall off. You can just keep walking.
What in the inception is going on?
And it's just rotating constantly, and you're walking basically upside down over and over, in this purple bark treed land of grass and stuff. Vel'zekiss, Rhea, and Pietro. The 3 of you are aware that there is a phone alarm in the corner. And also that 2 of your allies have vanished. They have disappeared next year. Begone apparitions. And as they disappear, the gnome sort of, oh, you're still here? Some of you are still here. It is getting utterly frustrating. I can't be dealing with it. Ashleen, hurry up!
We were asked to come here by Ashleen, actually.
But you know Ashleen? Oh, dear. Oh, no.
Yeah, what?
Oh,
We're
and she sort of
actually
runs
here.
over to you and she, like, pats you, Pietro, on the chest. Oh, dear. Oh, dear.
Beg your pardon.
I'm so sorry. And then she sort of slaps herself around the face, quite hard. And Toothy and Boxxo reappear right next to her. She quite vividly breaks her concentration. Pietro and Rhea, give me an Arcana check, but Rhea, do it with wisdom. No.
Okay. Wisdom.
Oh, I don't understand this.
Well, that makes sense. It is clerical magic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Maybe
that's why
I
Rhea does. Normally, people can only cast banishment on one person at once. It's not normally something that you see happen to multiple people. And she did it without any of the normal sort of somatic or material components. He just sort of went, yeah. You know that not only would that require levels above a standard casting of banishment, but some sort of innate ability to do it without the standard pentacle that's held, or some sort of arcane focus. No hand movement, no nothing. She just said, "Begone apparitions," and those two just popped off.
Oh.
Um,
So that's
you
like
may
powerful.
Give me an insight check.
Okay.
Powerful, yes, but also perhaps a little unusual.
Hey. Okay.
In 19.
19?
This
Thank you.
19.
Yeah, you've got to
Sorry.
remember, I see the music where you guys see the chat in Roll20.
Right. Sorry.
So I'm never seeing what you're seeing. Cool. Yeah, with a 19, you note that maybe this is something that's a little unique to her. She doesn't seem like a cleric or a priest of any sort of magnificent power. In fact, it appears that it was almost akin to Vel'zekiss' secondary effect. It was sort of this blast of something a bit out the blue, but she obviously doesn't have like a standard caster's abilities and steps. It's something odd with her. And she sort of, while she's patting you, Pietro, she says, "I'm so sorry. Sorry, you must be Ashlene's friends. She said you'd... Oh, I was here a little earlier than expected. Can I get you a drink? We do have some basements intact. Can I help you something? Some wine, maybe,
Sure, but before that, what did you just do there to my friends?
Oh, I've been seeing apparitions and visions and things that aren't meant to be in my head for the last... Oh, since I bought this tavern about 2 weeks ago. There's a ghost upstairs, but it shouldn't be causing this. Ashlene has been trying to work it all out. And I seem to have come into possession of strange powers that shouldn't be mine. I don't really... I'm so sorry. It wasn't intentional. In all honesty, it could have been a lot worse, so I'm pleased you're okay. You are okay, right? And she looks over to Toothy and to Boxxo, who, apart from a strange walk in a land of upside-downness and purple bark, you're absolutely fine. Maybe, I think. Maybe you're emotionally distraught. But you feel physically okay.
Did that happen to anyone else?
Your friend here. And she points towards Boxxo.
I'm currently stood behind Rheawynne, kind of like half hiding, half not.
Ray
That was
nudge you a little bit, like it's okay.
I'll sort of ask aside.
Are you straight? What happened back there?
we were like well, I don't know what happened to Boxxo, but I was like in a field, and the field went on forever, but it went around, and it went around forever, and I don't know, and the trees had purple bark.
Does Pietro look glean enough to like understand what may have happened? Probably not. Okay.
You might have understood that they were banished to another realm of existence, but that's about it. You wouldn't know anything about what realm or what kind of domain demiplane that might have been.
No, nothing like that.
Anything like that. But
even
you've got the
fact
idea that they were
banished,
banished, yes. Indeed, you've seen people banish demons with somewhat similar effect, and then they don't come back. So, yeah.
How recently did you come across these powers exactly?
11 days, 4 hours, 16 minutes. My first time I came into the tavern, it had been closed for about 7 years. A friend of my family, her grandmother owned the tavern originally. She died about 7 years ago. And my family put me in contact with them. I saved up for a while, and then I purchased the building. Yeah, 11 days, 4 hours, 16. That was when I first, maybe 17. I walked in, and as soon as I did, I felt as if there were more people here than there were, and then I didn't think too much of it, and I explored, and I got going with the work, but sometimes things that I wanted to happen just happened a bit quicker than I meant them to happen, and then the tree plant thing. She points towards the greenery over the window. I just was thinking about how something like that could be nice, and then there it was. And it doesn't seem to need watering or have any roots, and just there permanently. Yeah.
Has this happened to anyone else in your family, or just you?
My mother's strange, but I think she was born with it. Other than that, strange magically. I mean, she's strange personally too. She's got a bit of strange magic about her. He sees, hears them and talks to them.
Perhaps your strangeness was triggered by this poltergeist that you're dealing
Ashley
with.
said he's just an idiot ghost and he should be fine, but he can't have done anything like this to me. But maybe it should be connected. Maybe it's connected. Are you ever going to stop that? She looks over to Aisling, who's just literally sat there on the floor, cross-legged, staring directly up at the ceiling, and she's done nothing else for like the last 4 minutes, and doesn't respond to this.
Yes, a building that comes with extra powers. How distressing. And Vel'zekiss is sort of proverbially looking around, measuring for drapes. You know what I mean? But in that sense of like, nice building, I'll take it. But doing so in the can I just make stuff happen in here? Just seeing if we can use the powers of the building.
Yeah. As you move around, give me an investigation check. See whether you come across anything interesting.
No, another 4.
No, so you're moving around the room, and it seems generally everything's quite normal. And you don't notice anything out of the ordinary. Anybody else, however, who looks over to Vel'zekiss will note that every time Vel'zekiss walks past a torch or light, just after he's passed it enough that he isn't being affected by that direct light, it goes off. After a few seconds, it comes back on, but he's basically turning off the lights at the back of his head as he walks around without really paying much attention.
Strange indeed.
Was it only Rheawynne that noticed the rolling fog coming out the window?
No. So you can all see the thick fog going up the window constantly. But Rheawynne was the only one who could notice from outside that it wasn't fogged glass, but indeed the fog was inside.
Right.
It's only about 3 inches thick, and it's rolling up in front of the
Where is the origin of this fog, though?
bottom of the glass, like literally this mantelpiece right here.
Oh, it's just like constantly
it just
like
rolls up
rolling
and then
It's
seems to just vanish and then reappear at the bottom and roll up. It's physically and magically impossible.
Mhm.
Oh, so she didn't conjure that?
You don't know that unless you ask her directly. But she
Did you
didn't.
conjure that?
What exactly?
It's a wall of fog.
Oh no, that's her. And she points towards Aisling. It started about. I hope it's her. Is that you doing that? And she sort of stays there, just staring at the ceiling. Well, she sat down on the floor, and then that happened. So, I think it's her. I don't know anymore. Did you want
Maybe
that
we
drink?
needed. No. We're all okay.
He said yes, you said no.
So
I go get wine.
you can go get wine.
Okay. Right.
Listen, guys. She's not doing quite well. Let's maybe
Giving me anxiety.
She seems
Yeah.
so frazzled.
like maybe we deal with the ghost and then we deal with the other her stuff.
Wait, but aren't we supposed to talk to Aisling, or do we just let her keep staring at the ceiling while we go upstairs?
I think she's doing something. She's doing it. Whatever she's doing it. I mean, like, look at her.
Are we supposed to poke her or something?
No. I don't think we disturb her. What do you think?
I
Pietro,
think we should-
Vel'zekiss, I mean, like, you know, you're the magic ones here. I mean, Ray, when you're a cleric yourself, I mean, like, come on.
I don't deal with poltergeists. This is the first time for me.
I know, but
Can I like pop a squat in front of Aisling and just sort of like
As you do so, you just say, "Oh no! Wine's coming up. I'll be up shortly." And then the basement hatch basically pops open quite violently, and small barrels of what looks to be wine just hop up the stairs and walk over in front of you. They line up, 8 of them, and she sort of comes up behind them and, oh, I was trying to decide. And they just got up and left. The wine, that is. Sit still! She sort of, and all the wine goes immediately still, and she reaches out her hand towards the shelf, and the goblet sort of leaps into her hand, and she jumps in surprise and reaches down and pours the wine shakily into it, and holds it up to Pietro, sort of terrified that it might do something else on its own behalf.
God, I heard of a situation like this happening to a sorcerer's apprentice once.
Have I missed a reference? Have I referenced a thing that I haven't referenced? Is that the Mickey Mouse thing? The Sorcerer's Apprentice?
Yeah.
Disney thing.
Yeah.
It's in Fantasia though, which I think is quite similar.
Oh, Fantasia's classic.
But yeah, and then you notice she will pour another glass of wine and hand it to somebody who's not there. She's sort of standing in line with you 5, but further along. She just hands them the wine goblet, and then she lets go, and it just drops to the ground. Oh, how many of you are there? She taps Pietro solidly and rests her head a little forwards on her hand.
5.
Including Ashleen?
No.
Okay. Turns back and she just shouts, "You're not real!" At the place where she's just dropped the goblet. And then she picks up the goblet and it's landed perfectly placed on the floor. No wine has spilled at all, and the goblet hasn't shattered. Just picks it up and sort of holds it out awkwardly for any one of you to take if you want.
I just take it and down the thing, and then just go, perhaps we shouldn't be trying to get the ghost to leave this building, but someone else. Get the poor frazzled woman out of here, leave the building to someone who can handle this sort of thing.
As you do that, and Rhea reaches, a goblet pours itself on the floor and just jumps up into Rheawynne's hand, as you can see her sort of unsure who to give it to. Now you've both got it, and she says, I'm scared to leave. I've been out in the street for all of about an hour, and well, it's okay when things happen in here because it's only me, but when I went out there it was still happening, and that really caused some problems. He still hasn't recovered his cabbages.
What happened to the cabbages?
Oh, the cart. I didn't like the cart. And then it was in the sky and it was raining cabbages. He should have looked where he was going. And he shouldn't have shouted so loudly. He surprised me. I didn't want to be hit by the cart, so I made the cart not be there. And I didn't mean to not make the cart be there. And then I thought, what if I didn't want a person to be there? Would they disappear? I don't want to do that by mistake. And everything's just sort of coming true. And I don't want to go outside.
Well, that clears that up. It's not the building. Maybe.
Is this...
Possession unallowed.
Have we heard of anything like this before? Like, I know you said it's an innate thing, but is it really like something like Vel'zekiss has, or is this...
It vaguely resembles Wild Magic Surge, but it seems like it's doing things that she does genuinely want to happen or is thinking about. It's as if anything she's thinking, imagining, or wishing is just happening in a way she's not expecting. And she's seeing things. And hearing.
Okay.
How do you remove someone's ability to perform magic? Is that a thing?
It doesn't even stop when I sleep. I had no magic before I came here, by the way.
Came here.
Who did you purchase this?
4 hours. 2 minutes now.
Who did you purchase this building from?
Friend's grandmother. I mean, she died, but my friend, family friend, she came into possession of it, but she doesn't live here. She lives a long way away in the archipelago, so it was, I haven't seen her in a long, long time. It was done by distance. I never mentioned anything strange about it, and I have sent letters, but they haven't come back yet. It takes a couple of weeks, and I tried ascending with a wizard, but then, it was bad. The wizard hasn't returned. I don't know where I sent them.
Boxxo, what do you think about all this?
Yeah, Boxxo. Sorry, I couldn't
Is he
resist.
just quivering or like?
I think we should leave.
We can't leave this poor
We're,
person in.
we're not qualified for this.
Oh, we don't know that yet.
As you
We
say
just don't
this,
know what we're dealing with.
Standing straight up from the floor, Ashleen sort of stands up and the fog stops rolling up the window. But it stays still. It's still in front of the window. It's just static now. And Ashleen says, "No, it's okay. I wasn't expecting you to solve the wider problem. But the poltergeist, I'd be really grateful for your help with. I don't think I have to change her name, and I forgot what I was going to change it to. In the original
Katie.
in the original resurrection of this thing, I named it somebody that now another person's gone and named a character. I wanted to change it, and I just and now I can't remember what I changed her name to. So we're just going to keep it. We're going to call her Annie, which is fine, and Alora will get over it. It's not connected enough. So yeah, Annie. She's got bigger problems, and we don't expect you to solve. Although, if you have any insights, they would be welcome. If Annie stays nice and still and doesn't think too much about anything in particular, we should be able to deal with the poltergeist. I don't believe the two things are related. But
Might I suggest in the meantime, so as not to interrupt us, instead think quite specifically about something innocuous rather than trying to think of nothing.
Like something innocuous, and then suddenly you say, "Wee!" And there's a crying baby on the table.
I have never met someone who finds those innocuous. All right, forget it upstairs.
Oh, okay. And as you say, forget it upstairs. She sort of shakes her head, and the baby you notice just vanishes. Gets it, and Jean says, "Maybe concentrate on the chess again. That was doing well." And she puts a chessboard in front of her, dragon chessboard, and starts to move the pieces around and focuses very hard on it. And you'll notice that she's moving her pieces with her hand, but the opposition pieces are moving automatically.
Is a poltergeist a ghost? A type of ghost?
An invisible ghost. They tend to throw objects around quite annoyingly. But here, I have a blessing for you all. Do you use any weapons, any of you? Please, just lay them out before me.
I summoned my plate of pure psychic energy.
Oh, she sort of nods. Oh, that's wonderful. That will be very effective. I don't need to bless that. Pietro, you did a thing. Was that your hand?
Oh, I have to show that I have nothing. Although I have that knife, so I can present the knife.
Bless these.
She notes that the knife is magical, and she will not bless that. Is anybody wanting to use a mundane, non-magical weapon? That she will be able to make a magical weapon for the purpose of overcoming resistances and being able to hit ghosts.
Ooh, yay. Yeah, I'll hold out my axe.
Okay, your hand axes and Toothy. Your weapon is...
I'm covered, mate. I got my +1 scimitar.
Oh, I like that. Okay. So it's only your weapons, your hand axes, which will begin to glow a slight pale gold color. They are not +1s or anything like that. She's not given them any cool abilities.
Mm-hmm.
They are just now, she will tell you, able to hit intangible creatures.
Who?
Sorry, go on.
Oh, I just said cool. Cool.
Has it come here because it has unfinished business?
Oh, I don't think it's come here as much as it was already here. If buildings are left abandoned for a long period of time, sometimes worldly and netherworldly creatures move in.
Unfinished business.
Sit down,
What does that mean?
Many times ghosts need their worries of life solved to allow them to pass into the afterlife. Peace. Poltergeists are a different sort of breed. They're a blend of aberrant magic. Not too much personality going on there. Much more, and a lot of ball throwing.
How does that solve the life worry?
No, they're different. They don't have... They're not creatures from life come to undeath. Energy in undeath.
Oh, I get it now.
It's all coming together.
Well, believe all the ghost stories you've read. Is there something specific, Josh, that you want to ask sort of over the table if you're... I'm not quite...
No, that's fine. No, that's fine. I think because Boxxo doesn't know anything about magic, I think he's a little confused as to why they're categorized as ghost if they're not. If it's just like death energy, then surely it's not really anything to do with ghost, but he doesn't know anything about magic to really ask that or verbalize that. That's just kind of like what's going on in his head.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, Ashley will sort of explain a little bit about the nature of how sort of some spirits pass on but leave residue behind, and then that can line up into creatures that sort of don't really have a mind other than sort of...
Ones that hold a grudge.
Well, she'll say that poltergeists
Maybe.
specifically tend to just fling anger and hatred at everything. They're not usually able to be rational. Shall we go upstairs? I've sealed the door. I'll have to unseal it.
Lead the way.
Will you reseal it when we enter?
Oh, I'm sorry, I won't keep you long.
Okay.
But I will attempt to prevent anything dead from passing out. I've already put an enchantment on the windows, doors, to stop any undead beings leaving this building. We don't want poltergeists free in the city. I should be able to do the same for the door once you're in. You'll need shelter. You can come through, but you won't be able to affect the creature through the wall.
Okay.
You don't know what I can do.
Okay. Shall we? She'll begin to lead the way. Anybody want to do anything else for you?
Rheawynne's just gonna pat Boxxo's head like, you're right, she doesn't know what you can do.
Pietro's gonna activate some mage armor if I haven't already.
You've had that from this morning, I believe. If you
Okay,
haven't spent the spell slot, you can spend the
I need
spell
to take
slot.
the spell slot off then, yeah.
Who's got the buckets?
Indeed.
I can be carrying one.
With one bucket.
I can carry the other if you'd like. Yeah.
It is an object interaction to throw this stuff around, so you can do it on your turn basically for free. The only thing you can't do is do it and swing a two-handed weapon, or hold a mace and a shield, for example. You have to put one or the other down.
I'll forego my shield.
Okay. Yeah, I would imagine that both Rheawynne and Toothy are holding weapon and bucket instead of weapon and shield. Do remember to unlock
shield and
shield
bucket.
in D&D Beyond so that you have 2 less armor class. No cheating on that note. If you have an armor.
It may make more sense.
I've unticked it.
Sorry, Joe. Joe, you were saying?
Well, it might make more sense for them not to be the ones with it then.
True.
I mean,
Nah, we'll be alright.
I mean, is a shield gonna do much to a ghost?
Block the objects that get thrown at your head.
Oh. Can I
You know
use
what?
the bucket for that?
I have free hands though, so then let me take the one.
That's
that-
what Joe's saying. I think if
Right.
Vel'zekiss and Pietro were to take the buckets, they don't have anything. They only need one handful for spellcasting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that might be simpler. Okay.
Yeah, let's
My
do
only
that.
thinking was that the marshals might want it to sort of throw and then hit,
And
where
then whack.
where it's
Yeah.
so they could see. But
Potentially.
yeah, no, that
You'll have to
that-
trust us, guys.
Yeah, you guys are gonna have to trust
Oh,
your
God.
wizards and sorcerer to get close enough to throw buckets. Okay. Well, in that case, we'll head upstairs, and you'll be able to place your tokens at the entrance here, please.
Sorry, can you ping that again there?
I'm pinging lots and lots. Bottom left-ish.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah,
see
yeah.
that.
And just to clarify, Boxxo, you cannot see the entire room.
Correct. I can see in a radius, and then nothing, and then I can see the
Light over there. Yeah.
Oh,
the
yeah,
light over there.
Is anybody
Good.
completely blind in their own space right
yeah. Nah.
Nope.
because Toothy is giving off the light. He should. Fantastic. We love that. My only problem is that Boxxo has no hit points. Can you guys?
Well, and they're not
Yay.
correct.
Can
Yeah.
you guys
Yeah.
do yourself a damage and then heal yourself a damage?
Do some damage and then heal some damage, you say?
Yeah.
There we go.
Going to update the default tokens. Correct. Toothy, what's your max hit points right now?
It's 28.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I suppose you guys are only level 3, right? It would make no
Yep.
sense if it was much higher than that. Okay, cool. As you enter the room, you see on the left a beautiful sort of torch sconce. Oh, sorry. Where has it gone? Why have we got no noise? You knew the old thing breaks. Playing. So as you look to the left, you see a sort of enchanted torch sconce with a sort of continual flame swirling round in what looks to see almost like dusky glass. And you see one of them on the floor across the room. The torch sconce sort of fallen down. There's a door and a bit of wall all around the room. I got a bit frustrated trying to place debris because it was interacting with tokens. So just imagine that all over the place are different things that have been thrown around. A flask, a random bit of chair, a bit of wood, a cloth, just scattered all over the place. It looks like mayhem has absolutely rained loose. And sitting pretty much in the middle of the room, just about here, lying on the floor is a baby. The same baby that was downstairs before Vel'zekiss told her to forget it upstairs.
Oh yeah, I knew that was coming.
Good. I'm glad.
Is it her or is it from here?
This stupid baby from downstairs. She's forgotten it and sent it upstairs. Someone toss it back down.
Oh, but it's a
As
baby!
you're saying that, Ashleen will go down sort of to the edge of the banister and remember the baby and then send it somewhere nice. The baby suddenly sort of like actually stands up, which is completely illogical because it's way too small for that. Begins to walk a little bit and then vanishes. And you can assume that someone's just received a new child.
Okay.
You guys are now this room all about. And you can hear this sort of constant, almost whirring, slightly high-pitched noise, as if somebody is singing one note constantly, but reverberating over it.
Does it seem like it's coming from anywhere specific? Sorry, Jack.
Noise is coming from inside. As much information as I can give you.
The baby gives me bad omen vibes. Our Rheawynne tribe have a word for a spirit, which was what I'm reminded of in this situation, called the Dulagal. It's a predatory child eater with red eyes. It has no neck and a long forehead. It walks from side to side.
Let's hope that's not what that was.
Oh yeah, I don't think it's what it was. I was just reminded of it. And anyway, let's press on.
We could try to get the baby back as bait if you think it might be that.
No. Enough with the baby.
Very well.
And as you, Vel'zekiss, if you would kindly step just a tiny bit forward. Thank you. Ashleen will say, see if you can hit it a lot. And as she says this, you'll note she takes a sort of like small lamp and runs it along the bottom of the floor, and the fog that was over the windows comes up over the doorway, preventing the poltergeist, wherever it is, from getting out past that.
Got you.
Just for reference sake, if you all want to move about 4 steps forward, just so that you can see stuff.
Boom.
Yeah, so you will note that the room, here, if you stand there, you should all be able to note that the room divider sort of ends there, and then the room goes on around the outside this way. It also opens up into another room this way. It's like a large open plan up here. And there's lots of bits of different furniture scattered around. And as you're and you're fine there for now. I'm just going to move Rhea in front for when I do say roll initiative, like this. As you guys are standing there, you see a bowl just sort of lift off the ground and straight at the wall.
Wait, what happened? Where'd that come from?
In front of us.
Hello?
It's not nice.
As soon
to
as you
throw
say
things.
hello, the singing stops. That constant note stops. And what looks to be a small bucket of some sort, a wooden bucket, so it flies up towards the sky and stops in midair for one moment, and then comes straight at you guys, but hits the floor and breaks into pieces just before Rheawynne's feet. I will ask you, please, to roll initiative. It was taking forever when I hit the run button to actually load the encounter.
I'm so scared.
Okay. We got Boxxo with a 6. Sorry, Rheawynne with a 5 is the lowest, and Pietro with a 13 is the highest. Does anybody want to swap their order of initiative?
And does anyone want to go first?
I got a 10.
I'll let you
What's
throw
with
the
the
dust.
14?
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe I'll try to throw
Yeah.
some dust first.
I haven't clicked go yet, so the initiative tracker is incorrect. So does anybody want to go first? Pietro, you're happy to go first?
Yeah, I suppose.
Great. Okay, cool.
You gotta throw the bucket.
I do have one of the buckets. So.
Yes. Okay. And have a little bit of good faith, by the way, that you're not going to watch the stream because they can see where the ghost is.
Of course not.
And it
Who would do such a thing?
Quick, someone pull up the stream.
Okay. You will see a random sort of wooden plate from the side rise and begin to spin. It spins and it spins and it spins, and then it comes flying at Boxxo's face. There's a 24 to hit.
No.
Okay, and you will take
Shield.
8 bludgeoning damage.
Oh no. Not 8 plate damage.
Okay,
It's my
yes,
weakness.
And then zoop.
If only you had plate armor.
I know. But
Can I just clarify? Nobody has the ability to see invisible creatures before they get covered in paint.
No.
Right. Okay. You feel a force slam into you, Toothy, for a 24 to hit.
Yeah.
goodness, this thing's out to kill.
Jesus. Okay, that is a terrifying.
It is.
What?
It's a kill.
Terrifyingly high roll. You take 20 force damage, Toothy. I am so sorry. That dice has absolutely
Oh my
betrayed me and
gosh.
tried to murder you.
We're about to become poltergeist.
It wasn't always fair. It's an average of 12. I think 12 or something damage, but that was very high and a little bit scary. Where's the music gone? It has stopped for everybody, right?
Music
Yeah.
scared. It ran away.
Oh, come
It ran
on.
away after that hit.
Yeah, exactly.
It only had 19 hit points.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. Pietro, you're up.
Well, so having felt standing behind Toothy, this force smash into him, the first thing that I'll do is try to throw some dust out directly in front of Toothy. I'm not sure how far this dust is going. Are we doing like a 5-foot thing?
You're just gonna roll me a d100 every time you throw it.
Okay.
But I just need you to draw me a line at the direction you're throwing it from your character. Which I
Can I move into Toothy's space for a minute to throw it?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, so I'll go and stand right there, and I'm basically throwing it out like
Or a ping if it's easier for you.
this away.
Direction. Yeah, cool.
That's the way.
Yeah. Okay. Roll me a d100.
Big money, no whammy. Come on.
35.
Okay. You see a very tiny speck of it stop in midair somewhere around here.
Whoa, this thing is Some magic ass dust.
Somewhere. Well, it just wafts through the air, right? It doesn't hit
Got
the
you.
ground. It just keeps floating about.
So then, yeah. We'll do one of
Exactly,
those.
and then it stops for a moment and then begins to fall to the ground. You would assume that at some point the creature was sort of in this
vicinity?
Yeah.
Well then.
That's a big vicinity.
Yeah.
It isn't next to you. That's good, right? Also, you're still under Toothy's face.
But that's okay because I have magic. And so I will attempt to cast a spell.
Good.
That being Magnify Gravity, and I'm hoping this sort of graviturgical force can affect poltergeists. And I guess we'll put it right there, considering it's the area
Okay.
that we saw the spec.
What's the DC?
The DC is 14 con save.
Yeah. Give me the damage.
Coming through. 10 damage.
Does your spell mention what happens to loose objects in the area?
Yes, they are pinned down, I believe. I will ping the...
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you'll note that a couple of the items that are pinned down tremble briefly, as if the poltergeist is trying to lift them but can't. He's gonna have to reach outside of the circle. You don't know if you have done anything with that spell at all.
Gotcha.
I mean, obviously, if you did hit the creature, it would take off damage, but you don't know if you hit the creature.
Well, I will also sort of like remark back to the crew that, you know, I thought that I saw a speck in this area. So if you're gonna
you're
run
all
up-
privy to that bit of information. You all would have seen it.
and then I will sort of move aside for...
How long does that last, Rico? That magnify gravity?
So the Magnify Gravity basically lasts until the start of my next turn.
Okay, cool. In that case, I won't bother moving it to the map area. It's going to be fairly sold. Whatever that means. Toothy and Glory.
Alright, so if I step in there, I get...
Sorry. I have a bonus action that I'd like to use.
Okay.
I'm just gonna Blade Ward with my sort of Earth Genasi special ability for free.
And indeed, you would know that that would protect against the random objects that are being thrown around.
That's the
not
thought,
against
yeah.
that force attack. Sorry, Toothy, you are asking if you can step in.
If I step-
gravity, that's fine.
I can
Yeah.
step into it and it won't hurt me.
Yeah. It basically
Cool.
is sort of like it comes down and then it's like now it's like on the ground basically. So like you can
Alright.
stop, but you shouldn't be.
Alright, I'm going to, if that's the case, I think I need to protect myself with my standard. So I'm gonna run up 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And I'm gonna lay on hands myself as I'm doing that. And how this manifests is because I don't think Toothy thinks that he has magic yet. For some reason he's like, what am I trying to say? Like naive to like the fact that he can do these things and stuff like that. So it's sort of
Magic
like,
comes from your internal beliefs.
yeah.
Doesn't
So like,
necessarily manifest as magic either.
he's gonna run up and then he's just gonna do like that classic anime thing of just like like, you know, like puff your muscles and stuff like that. And it's yeah. If anybody's seen what's the particular anime where it's like it's a Hayao Miyazaki where they're just like, I think it's Laputa or something like that, Castle in the Sky, where like yeah, and then like the two dudes are just having like a muscle off.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You can't
And
see
so,
the
like-
ghosts, but if you could, you think it might be unimpressed.
Oh.
I don't care. I'm just doing it to like gain back a bit. It's almost like a second win. Like I'm doing it looks like a second win type thing. So I'm using 14 of that.
You're leaving what one? Is that one spare for yourself?
One.
Yeah, just in case you need to
Yeah.
pick someone up. Love that view.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Any bonus action from you, Toothy?
No.
Cool,
I
Vel'zekiss.
don't think I have any. So that's it. Yeah.
Vel'zekiss
So-
at the-
So we think you got it in there. Is that the idea?
we're not sure.
We're not sure,
we
but
know
I
it
mean,
was
like
somewhere near
certainly,
that. The vicinity was.
I saw something there. I threw the old dust.
Right.
Was sort of here. But Vel'zekiss, before you do anything, I'm afraid, I need a wisdom save from you, please. This is against being frightened, if that is relevant.
I don't think so.
Damn it! Should have left my thing.
7.
Okay. You hear a roar in your head. You know it's in your head. You're super aware that it isn't out loud. I don't really know how that works, but it definitely feels like a mental thing.
Sure.
But you sort of feel a compelling urge to turn behind you. And when you look in this direction, you see a sort of large, banshee-like, frightening, screaming maw, ethereal blue on the wall. As it roars, you feel quite frightened of it. And you are frightened of that creature over there.
Interesting.
Whatever the fuck it is. It's, right there.
Well,
Actually, no, that affects you in the slightest. Being afraid of something behind you. But,
You can't move towards it, so.
well, I know, but the question is whether I would, even though I could move forward, which is what I was going to do, I'm not sure that I would if I think it's back here now.
I will say that you are 100% certain whatever that was is not the poltergeist.
Alright, well,
Oh.
Because you've been given a fairly detailed description of how the poltergeist will manifest by Ashley, you know
Right.
that none of those and Vel'zekiss is fairly knowledgeable about little magical things like that in general.
Sure.
That is something odd and weird that you weren't expecting. Like the baby.
but the bucketing isn't an action anyway, right?
No,
You said.
it's a free action. Or
So I think what I'll do-
state.
Right. Sorry, that time of year. All right, so I will stumble through, almost backwards through Boxxo as I do try to move away from the thing that's scaring me. 5, 10. Oh, sorry, I meant to go a diagonal one so that I could. Oh, right. The floor squares are fucking with my head.
I can.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
It's a little more obvious though, which will help.
I just thought I'd be closer, but it seemed like the dust went pretty far before. So
I'll be right back, guys.
I am going to lob the dust out in the diagonal direction. Oh, I'm moving myself, which is not what I meant to do. How do I get my? Oh, there's measuring tool.
Yeah, or you could just
Yeah.
ping if you're on the
Yeah, it's fine.
Bloop,
Just diagonally and towards this
This is a
thing.
really interesting effect. What I'm going to ask you to do is roll two separate D100s. We'll take the higher one to roll D100 with advantage effectively. As the paint dust goes into the magnified gravity, it sort of swells around and then all falls at once.
Right.
See what number you get.
A 92 and a
A
57.
92. Okay, that is brilliant. We love that for us. Now you get to see my cool little ghosty. Except he's currently purple. He's covered in
Whoa.
paint dust. As the purple dust sort of swelled up, it just comes down and it hits the floor everywhere except for perfectly outlining this poltergeist in purple. It looks down and it is furious. You can see it sort of looks down and it's trying to scrape it off itself. Joe managed to get a 92 on the paint dust, so the ghost is visible.
Yes.
Mostly because of magnified gravity sucking the paint
Right.
downwards, so he got advantage. So yes, and there it is. You can all see this ghost dancing around, right? Please tell me you can see this ghost. It's
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's doing a little
Little
shimmy.
guy.
Imagination.
Sure can. We sure can.
Brilliant.
Well, I was going to uselessly throw the dust and blast backwards at the only thing I can see. The banshee thing that appeared to me.
Oh,
But
I need to put that on the map. Yeah, okay. Carry on as you are.
I have still I have now made this visible, so now I can see it. I think it's reasonable. You're not normally supposed to. It's like supposed to be hard to attack if you're frightened of, so I think it's okay that I attack this thing instead.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
I'm just trying not to be too like meta. Like if I saw a banshee appear behind me, I might want to attack it, but that was especially true when I couldn't attack anything else at all. So let us do it. And I will
Do we see
magic missile the fella.
just feels like
So Vel'zekiss.
Gotcha. We don't know that yet, though. I assume.
So let's see here. Is this gonna? It's not gonna roll. It rolls at once, right? Of course. And again. And again. Ooh, good. So 13 magic missile damage. And
Give me a second on that.
I had used Tides
was
of
that
Chaos.
three
on that
separate?
save. Yes, it was 3. Yeah.
Excuse me.
And
Unbelievable. Cool. That all thunders into him. You note that he does seem to be concentrating on something, and he's still concentrating on it.
And as it's like I'm almost moving, like as my last few steps as I get here, I start to flicker and almost jump ahead of myself as my movement speed increases, due to my Might of Magic Surge.
Ooh.
You should now be able to see these flickering things in the wall. That's that.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Cool.
But, just to make sure you're aware that it's only Vel'zekiss that can see that right now.
Mhm.
Okay. The second creature turn does not this.
Yes.
Boxxo. At the start of your turn, please give me a charisma save. It's not against you.
That's a nat 1.
Okay, love that for you. You're looking at this creature, and then you see it sort of rush towards you, and you sort of panic a little bit, and it's not going to do anything to you. I've just realised.
Yay!
If you were holding a physical weapon, you would have dropped it, but you can't drop a psychic piece of light when you sort of let go of it, and it just comes with you anyway. But yes, if you were wielding a weapon, you would drop it this moment. But well, that didn't affect you at all. And then the creature's back to where it was. You just sort of panicked. Give me an insight check before you take a turn to see whether you can work out what the fuck is happening.
I'd love to. That is a 15.
Yeah, you think it might have been something you imagine. You don't think it really happened. Didn't feel anything physical. Just
Cool. I'm gonna scoot on up, get a bit closer, and then I am going to I'm gonna manifest my blade, but I'm gonna hold it by the blade's end, during the tip end. I'm gonna go to throw it and just kind of try and aim myself. I'm gonna bonus action steady aim to give myself advantage.
did you move at the beginning of your turn?
I did. Oh, do you have to do it without moving? Oh,
Do
bastard.
you want to just not move?
Sure.
Do you have disadvantage at that range then? What's the range on a dagger? When you're
60.
Is it 60 something else, or is it 2060?
No, it's just 60.
With the psychic ones, there's no.
Right, love that feeling.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so throw it from there with advantage.
Cool.
That's cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I knew it was different, I just didn't know how different or what different.
That's wicked.
That's an 18 to hit.
Yeah, great, 18 hits. As you see this psychic blaze sort of fly into the creature, the magic missiles hit, and he seemed a little bothered, and he was trying to concentrate on something. He looks like he's taken a couple of other wounds. This is the first time you see him react to damage. And he sort of almost grabs his head and tries to pull at the blade as it hits him. He doesn't like this. He's not vulnerable to the damage, but perhaps he's less vulnerable to other damage.
That is 17 psychic damage.
Oh,
Jesus.
oh, great hit.
Cool.
Creature's
Yeah, and then is this like a giant table?
No, that is a massive mess of stuff. So there's a piece of wood, like a huge piece of wood that looked like it could be a tabletop, just lying on the floor at an angle, propped up on some boxes, with a bit of broken chair over the top, and there's all sorts else. Just piles of stuff is everywhere in this room. I will say, if you're thinking about bonus action hiding, first of all, you've already steady aimed.
I can't. I know I can't.
Okay, but
But
in
I
general,
wanted to know for future.
in general, if you wanted to hide in this room, you could hide pretty much anywhere. There is so much going on that, you can just sort of duck down.
Okay, cool.
It's standing desk.
Yeah, that's me.
Rheawynne, at the start of your turn, please I'll take an intelligence save.
Oh no, not the intelligence. Okay. Yeah, 12.
Okay. With that is a fail, by the way. You see just falling to your right a baby falling from the ceiling. No noise, and you just sort of you panic and reach out for it and fall straight through your arms and through the floor. But in doing so, you've used half your movement speed.
Great.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
Again, you are aware it is a figment of your imagination, but you couldn't help but react to it.
Yeah.
Baby on the mind. There was one waiting on the floor about a minute.
Baby on the mind.
So yeah, as you are.
Baby on the brain. How are I'm looking at your guys' health.
People are doing alright.
People are doing okay. Okay. Well, I'm gonna. Okay, so how far can I move then? Does that mean I can move like 15 or
I
something?
don't know what your current move speed is, because you're a
Like
Satyr, right?
here,
So I think you get more.
here.
I'm pretty sure it's the same. I think. Oh, it's 35 feet.
Okay, that doesn't help.
Oh, damn.
But yes, in general.
The round down, yeah.
Yeah, because we round down. But should you be third slowed, no, it still wouldn't help you. But anyway, you've got 15 for the moment speed.
15.
One day it might come in helpful that you've got 5 foot more when slowed.
All right. Yeah. I guess I'll move to in front of here.
Okay.
And then I'm just gonna. I don't know if I have anything psychic. She's gonna cast Guiding Bolt at.
You will note that only right now he's only been hit by force damage and psychic, so you're not sure.
Okay.
And has other. You don't know how much other stuff is doing other stuff.
Got
because
you.
haven't hit him with
Okay.
fire or lightning or anything like that, right? Just to clarify, I think both Joe and Rico, you both did force damage. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay.
Yes. Does a 23 hit?
Yes, it does.
I just wanted to hear you say it. Okay.
I always say does not hit, no matter what the fucking roll was.
All right. So that's gonna be 16 radiant damage.
And once again, you see that the sort of almost his corporealness, he sort of becomes more corporeal briefly as that hits and goes through. It obviously affects him in full too.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, that's gonna be her turn. That's.
Okay.
She did her thing.
At the start of his turn, you will see him sort of brush off some of this dust, and then sort of lets out what's this sort of motion. He's going to move over here out of the magnified gravity, and you will see like plates and bowls and stuff all get sucked in and stick to him. He's now completely visible, but potentially armored by all the things that are stuck to him. And then as this is happening, one of those plates is going to come from behind you, Toothy, and one from behind Vel'zekiss. I think it's a 20-foot radius, so I think that's going to hit both of you. Yeah, so just a dex save from both of you, please.
Okay. Oh, there's a natural 1.
Okay. You'll both make 14 bludgeoning damage.
So is that an attack for Vel'zekiss?
No,
Okay.
it's not an attack. It is a dex save against a flying.
Yeah,
In
okay.
Vel'zekiss' case, he's been hit by what appears to be a little pewter basin that wasn't held down very well. And Toothy, you've been hit by the pointy side, like the little top bit of a broom that's come at you like directly in this direction, just bonk, bonk, right in the back of the head. And when you were looking at the enemy, very mean of him. Cool.
No worries.
And then he is going to action, and then as a bonus action, Pietro. He thinks you're concentrating on that magnified gravity. He's going to try and stall that a little bit. So he's going to try and drop a chandelier on your head.
Okay.
Oh, cute.
Oh dear, that's a 20 to hit.
That is gonna hit. Actually, no, we're gonna shield that. We are gonna shield that.
I'm still going to roll the damage, which I think is rolling a lot of ones, so you might have been okay.
Worth it.
If you didn't have shield, I have.
1, 3,
some sort of
5,
backup.
6, 12, 20 damage there coming at you in total. Yeah.
Well, it would have been halved actually because of my blade.
Oh yeah,
ward,
that's
too.
true. So you might have been okay. But yeah, this
I
whole
might
sort of
have
chandelier
been
sort of
okay.
drops, and you just. What does your magical shield look like when you refill it?
Yeah, so I think I've explained before, like Pietro's sort of mage armor is sort of like this semi-perceptible field of gravity around him.
Yeah.
And so when he put up his blade ward, for example, you saw sort of a convergence of like debris in the area sort of come just sort of like in front of his hand, ready to like block the damage. But when he casts the shield, it sort of like fortifies the top of this sort of sphere around him.
Oh.
Yeah,
Perfect.
yeah. And it'll just bounce off.
Sorry, click the wrong track. Bear with me on the bagpipes.
This is awesome.
No,
Yeah.
keep the bagpipes.
No, you want the bagpipes back?
It made me feel like we were about to wipe the
Yeah,
floor.
I mean, I was going to
Yeah.
save the bagpipes for a slightly different style of fight. I was feeling very drummy this fight. But we can have the bagpipes back if I can find where I misclicked them on the way down.
Hell yeah.
Da-da-da-da.
We might even play Amazing Grace or something here if I don't get behind the wall or something.
In the arms of an angel.
Yeah.
No, I've lost the bagpipes. Where did they go?
Now there are lizards on those commercials.
Are there lizards?
No, I'm just saying because I'm a lizard.
Oh, it would be cute if there were lizards.
Lizards. Oh.
There you go. You can have some epic bagpipes. I was
Nobody
saving
would
this,
Oh,
feel
yeah.
bad
I
for
was
a
saving
lizard.
this for a fight where things were running down the hill with you out on the grass.
Well,
But,
we can still use it. Then.
Yeah, you will note as well that he is wounded, but not on a point of death. Pietro,
Mm-hmm.
it is your turn. And just a reminder that all those things are surrounding him, so he will be more armored than he was before.
Gotcha.
You rolled a hit, so you've got no idea what his armor class is. Oh yes, Jay rolled a 24.
and
That's
that
his
was-
armor class.
It's less than that.
Wasn't that before the pots and pans, though?
Yes.
That's awesome.
You don't know where the 24 will hit now, that's true.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not sure that this will work because he is. So, has he been hit by mundane? Like, how does bludgeoning damage with using a spell work? Like,
It depends on the spell. If you use, for example, Catapult, it's not magical. It's a mundane object.
What about Maximilian's Earth and Grass?
That is magical.
That is magical.
100%.
I thought it was just like a rock hand. You know what I mean? Like a mundane.
Yeah, but I would say it's a manifestation of a spell. In almost all aspects, I will roll that it is magical bludgeoning damage if you are casting a spell. The only exception is if your spell is picking up and throwing something mundane and physical. If you use the Bigby's hand to throw a rock at someone, it's going to be physical damage, but if Bigby's hand does bludgeoning damage, it does.
Right. Right.
So you can earth and grasping it. I'd never heard of that spell at all, and now everybody wants to fucking cast it at me.
Who's everybody?
Michaela, you,
Oh.
and someone in a one-shot recently.
Great minds think alike. Well, I mean, let's do it. I took the spell anyway. Pietro will move into the warm glow of.
Oh shit, sorry. Beginning of your turn. Strength save, please.
Oh,
Before you move.
of course. I'm back. Oh no. A 2.
So when you start to move, you feel like sort of all the air is really thick. You can barely move through it. And you sort of push really hard as if trying to push against a force thing. And then suddenly it's not there. And you will stumble forwards and fall prone. You may fall prone the other side of Rheawynne on the floor.
Sure. I will use. So how does it work? I use half? Like I
Yeah,
use
so
another
you've
15?
used 10 and now let's use another 15 indeed.
Okay, then I'll take the one step in.
Cool.
As I stumble to my
I think you
feet.
still made it to exactly where you wanted to be, it's just...
Yeah,
that's there.
strangely.
Yeah.
Strangely. And now I will concentrate on something. And yeah, I'll cast Maximilian's Earth Grass. It'll be a strength save.
Okay. As a reaction, he's going to try and disrupt your casting by throwing a plate at you. Make a con save.
Oh, sure.
He sees that you're casting a plate. It clumps you right in the center of the forehead. And your spell casting is disrupted, I'm afraid. You
Is
will
that not technically an
spend this-
attack?
Yeah, I could see that being an attack. It's not going to
Okay,
succeed,
well-
but
It's not rolling to hit. Can oh, well then I can't do anything.
Okay, yeah, no, it's
But
not rolling to hit. It's
I could give AC. That's the only thing.
Oh, okay, no, there is no armor class to this. So as a reaction, he
Okay.
just sort of bumps you with an object that's nearby, attempting to disrupt your spellcasting.
Beat it to the head with a
You've
plate.
been counterspelled, but the interesting thing about this counterspell, Rico, is it stops before you finish incanting, so you don't lose the spell slot.
Oh, interesting.
Because at this level, that's really mean. To be counterspelling you in full. So there's a little side to it. Anything else from you, Pietro? Any bonus action?
Yeah, I will bonus action try to pull him into closer to Tooth and Claw, I guess.
Yeah. He does make the save with advantage because he has advantage against being moved against his will.
Sure.
But he has the strength of nothing, so should be
We'll see.
alright. It's a 10.
Yeah, it's a fail.
This dude has a -5, by the way. His
Nice.
strength save.
Nice.
Did you want to put him into melee range of Vel'zekiss or something?
Of Tooth and Claw.
This way, okay.
Yeah, that.
Okay.
And,
Sweet.
That's it.
Okay, Toothy. At the start of your turn, please, I will take a dexterity save. As
Yep.
you see the entire ceiling fall on your head.
Oh god.
That's a 3, baby.
Great, level 3. So you will have all attacks against you will have advantage until the start of your next turn. As
Cool.
you sort of try to dash out the way and you're a little off balance, and you can't help but keep looking up, thinking a rock's going to fall on your head.
All right.
But you don't take any damage, and it's your turn. And you can attack normally.
Well, I mean, if I can attack normally, I'm definitely going to try and hit with my scimitar.
With advantage, I believe.
+1 scimitar with advantage from guiding bolt. Ooh,
Nobody's used
there
it
you
yet.
go,
Advantage
yeah.
from
I've
guiding.
been waiting to remind somebody of that. Thanks, Joe.
Ah.
Yeah. So with advantage.
All right. I think I needed it.
Mhm.
There's a 21 hit.
21 does hit.
Oh.
Ah, thank.
Nice.
Really glad for you because a 21 doesn't.
Thank
It's
the
not much higher than
constellation.
his armor's class right now.
Oh
I'm
god.
really
Alright.
honest. That is not. It's very
Right,
close.
I'm definitely gonna smite as well,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
let's
sure,
do
yeah.
damage.
And
Yeah,
this is
let's-
undead
let's do
creature,
damage
so we'll
to
do an
the
extra
scimitar.
D8. You know, smite.
Yep, beautiful. I clicked to do damage, but it didn't.
If you right click it
work.
and click roll, it'll work.
Yeah,
You'll
okay,
know this
okay.
being a pile of shit.
Yeah, no worries. Alright, that, and then smite. Where's that? That is.
First level smite or a second level smite?
It's only
Right,
first
not
level.
Yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
Second level smite. So-
Alright.
Hey.
Plus, so. Slash. Is it another two? Is
That's
it.
another
What was it?
1d8.
Another two. It's another 1d8, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Cool, let's roll that.
Nice.
There we go.
That's 19 damage in total.
There's 19 damage in total in
Yeah.
that.
As you suck
Yeah.
your sword in, you see like it finds a gap between two different objects that he'd sucked in, and it sort of plunges it, and you see it almost rupture him from the inside. There's a little bit of his essence strew out, and it's at this moment, by the way, he's severely wounded, that Ashleen will sort of stride quite confidently through the smoke and begins to chant. And she will say, "Keep hitting it." But what she's going to try and do is make sure that once it's defeated, it can't return or come back. Begins chanting. Whilst she is chanting, anybody within earshot, which is about 60 feet, will have advantage on any saving throws, wisdom, charisma, or intelligence specifically, saving throws they make against this creature. Saving throws. And is that going to turn?
It's everyone.
Yeah, it will be everyone.
Yeah, that concludes my turn.
Okay, and ironically for Toothy, that means for Vel'zekiss, that means you'll be rolling your wisdom save with advantage.
Okay.
At the start of your turn, sorry, that screaming thing on the wall behind you disappears.
Oh, okay.
And a different.
Maybe it'll come back.
Oh, this is a different save.
Maybe.
12.
Okay. You see the sort of entire room go pitch black.
Oh god.
And if you were concentrating on a spell, you are not now. As you sort of look around and panic, and then it goes light again. Simply put, all it does is end your concentration if you are concentrating.
Oh, okay.
Which I think is doing nothing to you.
Yeah.
I'll bet for you.
Correct.
It's your turn.
Okay. And it is not against me, right? That's just it's only those 4 squares that it's taking up that it's waving around in. Correct. It's not next to me, right?
No, it's not in mana range.
Yeah. Sometimes, I didn't think so, but occasionally these things don't take up their correct space.
Yeah, no, indeed.
Let's see.
Quite, I wanted it to be in 1 square, but it looked really, really, really small.
Oh,
Yeah, looks a little windy.
So I made it a bit bigger.
That's cute.
All right, so I will simply. I guess I can't do that. 5, 10, 20. I'm just getting away now that thing is not on the wall.
With your extra movement speed, I love that.
Yes, although glowing went with me, which I don't think it's supposed to have. I don't have any source of light, but
you had a candle lit before, and I've left.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Let's hope that you can still see when I do this.
Oh.
I can't exactly see exactly where I am, but I can see everybody else because they're in light, so it's not a huge problem. But I'm not frightened anymore.
No, you should be getting a very dim light from the south, from the bottom left.
Yeah, no, yeah, I'm almost over in that. I'm sort of at the split between the two. But my whole plan was different because I thought I was frightened, and I'm not. Still, though, I think it probably makes more sense just to magic missile him again.
When you magic missile before, you could see him, right? You will note that he seemed to resist the damage from your magic missiles.
Oh, right. You can force damage.
Well,
I know, but I don't have anything better.
Damage. It's the only thing that right now that you hit him with that he has resisted.
Well, I can try Chaos Bolting him, but I might have to hit somebody else if it bounces, and that's trouble. Yeah, let's, so then I can... Actually, sorry, the whole thing was I thought I was going to have disadvantage in my attacks, and then the fear went away at the beginning of my turn, so... I'll just have to rethink briefly, and I think I will 2nd level Chaos Bolt.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Wait, no, he's in shit condition, right?
Yeah.
He's severely wounded, but he is also well armored.
Right. Yeah, but, well, I don't know if the armor is HP or AC, I guess. It could be treated as either, so I'm just going to 1st level. But I will give myself advantage, since I got that back when I surged last time. So, here we go. Regular Chaos Bolt. With advantage. That would be a natural 20.
That'll definitely hit. I gave this thing 21 armor class with its armored form, and you guys just don't care. Yes, I love that. This is have you only crit with Chaos Bolt so far?
Possible, yes.
What is this?
But if I click the 4 thing, I don't know, because I don't have I usually use physical dice for this, but the problem is I don't know which ones I'll count for deciding the damage type. No, we'll just pick the first 2.
Yeah.
What did it do?
It probably nothing. D&D Beyond and Roll20 have really struggled with them. If you do have some physical dice to hand, it might be easier for you.
It's like letting me choose. Hold on. Yeah, let's forget it. I can't tell what I was supposed to do.
There was a D&D Beyond update, but not a Roll20 update, or not a Beyond 20 update, so there's things that just been really messy.
Right, so it should be...
everything technology is not working for me, so it's just throwing that into the mix.
2d8 and a d6. And then that again, but let's roll it the first time to see the damage types. Okay, so oh, that's right. Sorry, so I shouldn't have clicked the damn thing anyway. I completely forgot. That's how we do it. Sorry. It's early on a Sunday morning, guys. I don't know if you know this.
Joe's a really
I know.
So he loves mornings.
Oh, I know.
This is his favorite time of day.
Perfect time for me. Nevertheless, the types I have available are fire and lightning. Let's try lightning. So it'll be 8, 9 plus the max would be 16 and 6, 22. 9, 31 lightning damage.
31. Please describe his grisly demise.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, despite his preference to project confidence, Vel'zekiss is scrambling pretty hard. He's not in great shape, and so he's trying to thinking he can hide in some debris, which is not something he can actually really do the way Boxxo was wanting to. But he just sort of goes around behind Boxxo, realizes Boxxo's not big enough to provide him any cover, and throws energy back across above Boxxo's head. And again, it's sort of like across space, disappearing and reappearing. And at the last moment, as it reappears at the poltergeist, it is a ball of lightning. And just, I imagine he becomes sort of hyper visible for a moment, and all the paint kind of almost burns away. And then, however, a poltergeist really dies. Does he just disappear?
So he will sort of split out, and all the little shards will go out. They're too small to do any damage to anyone. And then bits of him just go flying all over the room. And as the chant continues from... by the way, he was resistant to fire and lightning and force, as I've just pasted to you there, which amused me greatly. As he explodes in different directions, you hear the chanting going on constantly of our friend Aisling, as she attempts to sort of make sure that it can never come back. Can I just say, by the way, sorry I didn't interrupt, but I had to roll for my surge because I gave myself advantage on that. The last one I rolled a 72 and got an increase of movement speed. Now I've rolled a 73 and got a decrease of movement speed, the exact same amount. So I just canceled out my own nonsense. But as she's chanting and chanting and chanting, you see that different forms of light sort of convene elsewhere and come in and manifest in a new creature. And
hello?
Standing before you, hello. Is a sort of large... Is this on the map somewhere?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, is this sort of large emanation of light and power. You would know this creature to be a spectre. I would ask you please to roll initiative.
Wowzers.
Bloody hell.
Aisling sort of... Oh dear, that's not meant to happen.
I'm in danger.
And she's going to reach over Vel'zekiss and pat you on the shoulder and cast Cure Wounds. Which is at least that. Which is now a 2d8, because we are using the new ones of those. So it's a 2d8 plus 5, which is 11.
Wonderful.
That's so tasty.
I'm not going to allow anyone to swap initiative in this particular encounter, by the way. So we are going to take a short break before the fight again. But we'll be right back. Hello and welcome back to the second half of Elsewhither. They defeated a poltergeist and then it just manifested itself and turned into a fucking spectre. Vel'zekiss was bloody ready for it though, because he just rolled a nat 20 and then a back-to-back nat 20. So Vel'zekiss with advantage on your first attack. If you should choose to attack, what would you like to do with your turn?
Well, yeah, I mean, I feel like maybe he hasn't even quit Chaos Bolting from the last round. And just keeps going, this time amping it up into that second level.
Almost as if it's bouncing back into this creature.
Yeah. Yes, let's see here. Okay, still got to roll, but advantaged with the natural 20 on initiative is going to give us a total of 20, not a natural 20.
No, 20 hits. A nat 20 would have been so excited here.
Yes.
Crazy.
Okay. Oh, but it should bounce, and now we're going to get hurt by it.
Oh no.
Oh.
No.
Oh no.
It's thunder damage.
Right.
But that's good, because at least it
right?
eights. So it is, in fact, 20 total thunder damage.
Okay, how does that work? Is that 20 to each?
So, no, I have to roll again. Right, make a new attack roll. Make a new attack roll against the new target.
Oh, so it's 20
a different creature of my choice.
At the spectre.
Yes, 20 thunder damage at the spectre, and then it's basically like it gets.
It does seem to be resistant.
So be it. I didn't have a choice on that one because they were the same. At least they were the high number one. But now I have to choose a new creature within 30 feet of that creature.
Oh, you can choose. Nice. That was
Yeah.
something tasty.
I can take it. Do
Are
it.
the rats in the corner?
I mean, I could easily shield it, but it would
That's
waste my-
true. Yeah. Yeah,
That's
Toothy
true.
looks
Rheawynne
too
will
hurt.
most
It's-
definitely get hit. So.
Toothy is way too hurt.
Yeah.
Do not rebound it. Can we rebound
Yeah.
it to Ashleen?
I mean, I could pick myself,
Gives
maybe,
you a death stare when you see it.
but I don't think I'm within 30 feet of it because I moved 40 feet away.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gotta be Rheawynne, unfortunately.
Hit me.
Vel'zekiss doesn't really care. But, if I have to make a new attack roll, I care.
Okay. Then that's
so-
okay.
Here we go. New attack roll. Sure. Gonna hit, unfortunately, 19.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
What should I say?
That's a great question. 16.
All right, I just need to calculate something real quick because I might be able to do something.
20 feet away?
Sorry. What?
20 feet away?
I'm 20 feet away.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes, I don't know what.
Whatever you can do.
Oh, wait.
20 feet away from Rheawynne is my point.
I can do it 20 feet away from Rheawynne.
Oh.
But no, wait. What's your AC?
16.
No, it's not enough.
Ha.
Don't worry.
I think
Well,
from
yeah.
the
I've got a
Channel
special
divinities.
thing. Don't worry about it.
So it's a special thing. It's a helpful.
I can't.
No, you should know
It-
about
it-
it.
Alright,
I'm gonna
so.
look it up while you can.
All right. Yep. What's the damage, Doc?
I'm coming here.
Okay.
Let's see. I wouldn't know there's anything that you like. You don't have any resistances, do you?
I don't
You
think
care?
so.
no.
Not to my
It's
knowledge.
gonna be 10 cold.
10 cold. Okay.
Oh, I know what you
Sure. We can do it. Or it's hurting just a little bit. That's okay.
But I do kind of like that the lightning finished and suddenly the thunder reverberated on the creature that reappeared.
Yeah,
Oh,
and then
yeah.
echoed out back towards you, hitting Rheawynne on the way. It was very
Yeah.
cool and very thematic. And the creature didn't seem to like it. I mean, it was a lot of
Mhm.
damage, even though obviously it did.
Yeah. I can't actually get out of line of anything, and don't have an action to actually hide with, so I guess I'll stay where I am.
Toothy, as you are within 5 feet of this creature, you must make a wisdom save at the start of your turn against being frightened.
All right, I have advantage against that. What's that? Aw, 10.
Oh, wait. It's 1 more damage on both of you, because it was 2nd level. So bad guy and Rheawynne both. I rolled 1 both times.
Oh, so
I
it's
got a
another
10 to be frightened.
Yeah, so you are frightened of this creature, and you must expend your action this turn to run as far away from this creature as possible. You must dash.
All right.
Is available to you.
I will dash.
He can't take an opportunity attack though, so it's nice, right?
Okay, that's good. All right. In what direction would you like?
As far away from him as you can get. So you can go whichever
Okay.
way you want, but you just must run directly away from this creature. So you can go like
Yeah.
this way or whatever looks right to you. You can even go that way if you want.
I think, yeah, it'd be there. Okay, right at the edge. Start scream. Does that run away? Actually, I do like a.
So how this manifests from the
Hell yeah.
is as he sort of reaches out, his aura just sort of touches you, and as he does, you feel deathly cold, and just like a sheer terror just surges up inside you. Zach, any bonus action for me too at the end of that?
I'm going to. Nah, there's no point.
Okay, cool.
No.
Pietro, the creature is going to surge towards you,
Shit.
and it is going to just reach its hand out very gently, and then sort of reach almost to like your soul, and then try pull away. A 19 to hit.
I will shield that.
That is good. We like your shields. Okay. And then it is Boxxo.
Yeah, I'm gonna manifest my dagger near the spectre's big ugly face and try and stab him. That is a 19 to hit.
No, 19 hits.
Cool. That is 15 psychic damage.
Okay, the creature is resistant to this, but is severely wounded.
And I will bonus action manifest another blade and try and go in at the back of this thing's head. What are you confused about?
You 2-weapon fighting, right? You're just bonus action attack. Okay, cool.
That's a 16 to hit.
Is that just 2-weapon fighting?
It's actually just a straight up ability of the Psychic Blades thing, and I think he gets his bonus on the second one because it's not actually 2-weapon fighting.
Oh,
right,
cool.
okay, cool. Yeah, it's a Psychic Blade thing, a Soul Blade thing. Because I think standardly 2-weapon fighting requires you to use...
Two separate actions. You have to be holding two separate weapons. They have to both be light and whatnot,
but that's
but
fine.
yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, fling your bonus dagger.
It was a 16 to hit.
Oh, a 16 hits. It is
Nice.
resistant to Psychic, so you need a big hit here.
Yeah,
But it's a D4 the second
Oh,
time.
not 7.
Yeah.
Gosh, not 7.
7. Yeah.
Oh. Well, Spectres don't have knees, but if they did, you'd be on them.
Oh, fuck.
Good. Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, sure. This creature is on the brink of death. Or death again, if you will.
You don't say. Is it floating?
It is.
It is? Okay. Well then, I will do the same magnify gravity, but at the second level.
To do 1 damage.
I mean, it's like because my only cantrip is a save or suck, basically. So if he makes it, then it does no damage.
Turns before. You have 3
That
more
is
people to go.
true.
And
That is.
if it reformed into one thing, it might reform into another.
Oh, okay then. We will telekinetic slam.
We got Kira as DM all of a sudden this morning. Multiple forms for the enemies. He was crazy for multiple forms for enemies, yeah.
I got a 9.
Boom! Smack him with the force
As
damage.
you slam this creature down into the ground, you hear a shriek. It is not the shriek of this creature, but an otherworldly, elongated. I will ask you all, please, to make. Actually, let me just double check the range. 30 feet. Oh, look at that. Pietro, Rheawynne, and Boxxo. Constitution saving throw, please.
God.
Okay.
Also, is it supposed to be dark?
I mean, it's fairly dark.
Okay.
There's lights, but Toothy was the main source of light.
Oh.
There.
I got a 9.
13.
I got an 8. Can I use one of my inspiration cards? Let's see which one is more appropriate in this situation. For sure. The sweet irony.
To live is to suffer. To survive is to find some meaning in this.
Ah, poetry.
So I need your final rolls,
Suffer.
please.
It'll be 11.
A 9 for me.
13.
13. As this otherworldly shriek forth, all 3 of you will fall unconscious.
Oh,
Oh.
gee.
Oh, good.
Yay.
As rising from the ground, you see a horrifying visage, a female spectral form. And Ashleen will shriek out to Vel'zekiss and Toothy, Grab them and run! We can't handle this! It's a banshee! It's a full banshee! If you will, Vel'zekiss, perhaps, would you grab Boxxo?
Sure.
Okay, she will grab Pietro and suggest that Toothy grabs Rheawynne.
Even Boxxo, I struggle to drag along. By the way, just because I'm
That's
weak
a
as
pretty
hell.
happy guy.
Oh, you are, is he? You are weak as hell, aren't you?
I have a 5 strength.
Okay, yeah, so you're sort of like just pulling him along the ground. He's sliding on. You wearing a cloak, Boxxo? Anything like that? Wearing a backpack, maybe?
I mean, I've got like a little satchel, but I
Right.
don't think I have a cloak.
Yeah, so on the he's like on the satchel, and you're.
Oh
pulling
no,
him
I
like
think
a
I do.
schoolgirl
I
on
do
the
have
floor.
a small little black cloak.
Yeah, so you're
I
pulling him on
do.
the cloak, just like a, you're dragging something along the ground.
Yeah.
Much the same, Ashleen's got Pietro, and Pietro's heavy, right? That's Genasi's way a lot.
Mhm.
So she's really sort of like trying and using some magic as well to manifest it. You see her turn and brandish a holy symbol in an attempt to turn undead. And the Banshee hesitates for one moment. And as you all cross the threshold, I will give you the XP for the 2 creatures you've defeated. But the Banshee is beyond.
Nah, we can take it.
Oh yeah,
Well,
you're unconscious.
unconscious on the ground.
Yeah.
So you gained 40 experience points for the Spectre. Or math.
Okay.
You say 14 or 40?
40, 40. I don't
Okay.
ever give out. I don't ever give out not 5s. Waiting for this to load. Tell me the XP for this. I think it's 140. Yeah, it is. Another 140 for the Poltergeist.
Ooh.
And as you guys get on the other side of the Veil of Mist, Aisling will sort of tiredly look down, and she will healing word each one of you that is down. Sorry,
Oh, so we went down.
points, yeah. You went to 0 hit points. Yeah.
Oh.
Unconscious, 0
Oh.
hit points.
Oh, I thought we just went for a nap. My bad.
So Pietro, you'll come back up with 10. As will Boxxo, and Rhea, you'll come back up with 13 when she cure wounds you all outside.
Huzzah.
And looking very haggard, she sort of stands outside and, sorry. Just be the one creature. Go downstairs and, oh, you're hurt.
What was it? I
I'm so
couldn't even
sorry.
see anything.
Oh, why?
Is there wine?
There's plenty of wine down.
Cool. Can we get paid in wine?
Was that the downstairs that? No, you go. I don't know what I'm thinking.
So as you guys get downstairs, so where Aisling is, where Annie is very concentratedly playing chess on her own, there are some wine. Aisling will pull the bag forth and say, I did promise you some payment. You did what I asked you to and more. Oh, here. It hasn't got many charges left, but it could come in useful to you. So she will give you the bag of promised gold. And don't suppose anyone took it. It was when I gave you the quest. Otherwise I have to go back through my notes to find it.
2,000.
Oh, yes. I will find it. Have a look. But she will give you the Wand of Cure Wounds that she's been using. It has 3 charges left. Just a reminder, we are using the modern day Cure Wounds, so it is a 2d8, not a 1d8. You can expend more than 1 charge to cast it at a higher level. There are 3 charges remaining. I will make this one for you and during the week gap.
Sure.
I'll give it that. Need to find the... it is... no. 5 gold. There you go. This is not about it. 5 gold pieces in a bag that she'll hand you, as well as this one with Cure Wounds, and she's oh, this has all been more than you were meant to. But I'm so sorry. Contact. temple should. They can come and run.
Yeah, that was something else, wasn't it?
That was a lot. That was so much.
No sense.
Can't she just banish the banshee by imagining it gone?
Oh, I don't think we should get Annie involved in that situation upstairs. Inadvertently cause all sorts of strange things.
I've just got a question. So when Annie was going downstairs, sorry, Rico, I already added the gold, so we're at 20. But I didn't do the XP, so thank you. When Annie was downstairs, was she going downstairs to get the wine downstairs there?
No, she went down into the basement. You guys had that fight
Down into the
upstairs. On the top.
Oh, okay, that was upstairs. Okay, that's what I was confused with. That makes sense now. Nothing. But yeah. God, that was a lot.
I said that we were unqualified for this.
Alright, I think you were perfectly qualified for the poltergeist. You all handled it very well. I just didn't expect something
That's
else
right.
to manifest after.
That's right.
How dangerous is this banshee?
Its wail is... Normal banshee would take a long time before it could wail like that again. As you saw, it rendered 3 of your companions unconscious immediately.
Is that what happened?
That explains my headache.
Deadly unless you can keep range. We could perhaps take a short break and carefully and try and plan and maybe kill it ourselves, but what if it manifests into something else?
Very
So
true.
you're-
Try and fight it? Looking to Vel'zekiss.
Well, I don't like the idea that even taking on a simpler little job, we once again failed to really do what we set out to do.
I suppose you could see it that way, though. I asked you to deal with the poltergeist, and you did. Exactly, in fact. I
And
will aid you if I can, if you want to try and assist me with taking... But I will need to take an hour or so to meditate before. Be some sleep. But perhaps cast a blessing before you end.
I am drained.
But what she's offering you effectively mechanically is a short rest where you could at least arcane recovery. And she will offer to cast Bless on you before you go into the fight. If you want to try and take on a Banshee, you can. You do know that it will not... She believes it won't be able to wail again. I'd if you wish, or leave it to the areas if you... To the temple. If you...
How long before it can do that again?
Well, traditionally it can take almost 24 hours, but I make any bets. I do know that we could, perhaps there's some wax, we could plug our ears before going up. Yes.
Right, if we rested more fully and then prepared ourselves against that particular attack.
usually I'm not for this, but when you mentioned using that baby as bait, I'm willing to consider it now.
He sort of puts a hand up. Don't mention the...
I'm
don't
sorry.
need any more of them.
I'm not using no baby as bait. What are you on about?
3 of us died!
I know 3 of us died, but
Aye.
look, this I agree. We might need to get some maybe. Listen, are we able to get any outside help on this, or is it just us?
Oh, well, we could turn it over to the temple authorities, though. They might take their time, and we wouldn't be be able to say that we did. Helps. Yes, the Temple of the definitely did.
So, if the temple deals with it, how is Annie gonna be okay? Is she gonna be okay with this?
Oh shit! What have I done? Not Annie, are you okay?
Annie, are you okay?
How did that come about? Fuck! Can't ever get a name right. Sorry to
Annie, are
interrupt
you
you, Jack, but that's all I was hearing in my head. Is she gonna be
Yep.
okay?
Yep.
She will not turn and ask Annie directly.
I was about to.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just say it instantly manifested in my mind.
Oh
Um,
God.
She's a different.
You beat me to it.
She's a different problem. If only we could take our rest and then I'll be able to go up without. I don't know. You think if you were more rested, she looks to whoever mentioned resting more fully, we might stand a better chance?
I suppose it depends what it takes to put it down, but I have some abilities left, but it seems my companions are a bit spent.
With the power of friendship, we can accomplish anything.
At least a short rest for me.
Yeah, I need a nap.
Yes, we should gather our thoughts and perhaps plug our ears with wax. Yeah.
And we can definitely
on.
try. I mean, like, as far as I'm concerned, short rest is okay.
Yeah, I
mean,
can. I can probably
I
do.
got
that.
a few-
I'll have
I
all
mean,
my
like-
second-
At the bottom?
We're not going to survive enough rounds to use the spell slots I have left anyway, so.
Go ahead and take a short rest.
Okay.
All right.
We can dip our toe in, see if anything bites
And
it
you
off.
can stop Vel'zekiss from
recover.
being like, I'm not going away from it. You can be like, we can't do this. Try to talk him out of it if you want to.
Really?
Oh, I kind
I
of
think
wanna.
most of the players want
Okay.
to, but the characters don't. I think that's the. So you've done well to breach the gap. I think most of the players are thinking, yeah, we can take a banshee.
10.
Josh is not. Neither is Boxxo.
And we'll use Arcane
14.
Recovery, recover 2 first level spell slots.
I did a short rest. Hit
Oh,
points
whoops.
did not do anything though.
Oh, you
It
have
depends
to.
what you have
Just
checked
click
at
on
the
the
math.
top right.
Yeah, I have to check him.
Just
I'm
hit
an
the short
idiot.
rest button again, and then click the hit die you want to spend, and click the heal button, and then click apply, and
Oh God. Okay.
Come on.
roll hit die.
then yeah, there's like a top right there. You go.
8. Okay. Got you.
Oops, okay. I need to.
Good enough.
I think I need to wait. Roll 20s. D&D Beyond is.
Oh,
It's a
my
short rest taken, but it's not doing any of the hit dice. And I'm doing it properly, I believe so.
Yeah, you can roll in roll 20 and just.
Okay.
Rico.
Short rest
My-
gives you back your spell slots, right?
Oh,
Or no? Okay, no, it doesn't.
it doesn't give you back yours.
Unless you're warlock.
7, 4, 2.
I get to use Arcane Recovery. My
Yeah,
main
right.
armor went down though when I went down, so I'd have to. Doesn't it?
It's not concentration.
Unless
Oh,
it
that's
says
true. The
ends
spell
with
ends if the
capacity.
target dons armor or dismisses the spell as an action. So I guess yeah, it is still
Stays.
amazing.
Yeah, it'll stay all day.
Amazing.
Okay. Let me take you back to the hand of the dead. She will, however, do one thing. From the outside, she said, I noticed some of you were looking around a little lost and confused. Allow me to at least put a light in there for you. And she will cast a light specifically on Rheawynne. And on Vel'zekiss.
Ooh.
So that you can the light burning through. They're two different spells. One of them is sort of Rheawynne's emitting a sort of a bit of a dimmer light, which sort of seems like a little moat that floats around with you, sort of swirling around you. Whereas Vel'zekiss, it's the traditional cantrip that's sort of based upon your cloak, your scarf, whatever she
Yeah.
can. Before you go into this fight, she won't come into the room with you, but she will cast Bless. the 3rd level, which means you will all be affected by Bless for this. For those of you who
She should just take care of this on her own.
Yeah, I mean, she is 6th level cleric, but no, more than that actually. But she doesn't really have anything she can damage anything with.
She.
Literally doesn't have a damage spell, so she'd be here a really long time, just blowing at it and shouting. She can turn undead, but a reminder that so can other clerics. Yeah, so attack rolls and saves will all have an additional 1d4, and seeing as she can maintain concentration from the other side of the veil, you would assume that stay up. And as you
Can Rheawynne turn undead?
I'm looking. I can?
Yeah.
Of course, all clerics can. It will be under your channel divinity.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Channel divinity.
Features
Restful
spell.
sojourn.
Oh, features and
Channel divinity and turn undead. Doesn't always do anything. Sometimes it does. Okay. As you go up outside, you see this sort of raging, screaming
Can't take reaction.
banshee at the center of the room, which hasn't appeared to anyone, has it? Are you guys even upstairs? Have I even managed to get that right?
Yeah, we're upstairs.
Oh, yeah,
I just don't have light enough to get to where it is.
That is-
Oh, I see like the rings of overlapping light.
Well, she should be emitting light as well. So
You said it was
Better?
under.
Oh, there she is. Oh,
Yeah,
she looks
there.
great.
It's there, and this it's like in
so-
this
if you go to
First,
features and
second.
traits and then scroll all the way down to channel divinity, and then
Halfway
click
in the
it,
second paragraph that
description's
you
on the
just-
right.
posted on the in the Roll20 chat.
I
Oh,
posted.
Jay?
okay.
Yeah.
Posted
Oh,
it.
yeah. You can see channel divinity turn undead. As an action, you present your holy symbol, speak a prayer. Bada bing, bada bang.
Bear in mind, it only works until they take damage. So
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I
It
it
see.
really isn't all
Okay.
that great. She only did
Maybe
it to
not
try
too
and force the creature back so that you guys could.
Yeah, yeah.
In an actual
Yeah.
fight,
Right.
it's not so great. But yeah, if you guys want to use up to 10 for your movement speed, you must start from here and not go any further backwards, though, because there is nowhere to go. The veil.
Stay right
Yeah, so you may move up to 10 feet of your movement speed, and then roll initiative, please. Friendly here. Hey guys, a while. I hope you guys have had a good stream. It's been a while since you have caught you. But it's really nice to see you all. We're about to fight a banshee and watch people die. Rheawynne, I'm missing your initiative.
Oh, shoot. That would be because I totally forgot to roll it. I'm rolling like crap for initiative. That's a 2.
Hey.
Do we want to switch? Anyone?
An
Who
18
would-
on Pietro, a 13 on Vel'zekiss, a 2 on Rheawynne, a 12 on 2.
would anyone like to switch?
I'm fine with whenever, but I'm right in the middle, so I'm not sure I'm helping anybody by switching.
I don't know if
Yes,
it helps
I'm
to take my
high.
9 battle switch.
Sure. I'll take your 9 Boxxo.
Oh, alright. Pietro. Fight begins. You see this banshee up ahead of you. She fixes you with what looks like an intelligent stare. Also, just a heads up, I haven't balanced this playlist because we haven't listened to it yet. There may be some loud music coming up, but it's all pretty metal, which should be fun. Take it away, Pietro.
I mean, I think. Yeah. I think we'll start it off. I mean, I have to move a little closer, I think, if I want to hit her. We'll stand here. And I'm going to throw a telekinetic slam at this thing.
Yeah, okay.
Hopefully
The
it
3.
works. So it'll take 6 force damage.
You will note, however, though, that because she is sort of naturally floating, she does sort of fall down to the ground and almost like bounce back up. She is immune to the prone condition, right?
But using does gravity well work with cantrips or just spells?
You will have to ping it for me to know. Cantrip's fine.
Alright.
doesn't
we'll
say it's spell
move.
consuming a spell slot or anything like that. Cantrips or spells.
No. Okay. We'll move her.
They're magical
40, 10.
actions.
Yeah. 5 feet
In
towards us.
towards you.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Anything else?
We will throw up our. What is that thing called? Blade Ward. My last bonus
You never
action
know
use
when
of
she
it.
might put a sword on you.
Yeah. Yep. And. Or throw something at me. I don't know. And that's it.
Okay, just to clarify, at the end of the short rest, she would have advised you all to pack your ears with wax. You don't have the deafened condition, but there is something specific that it may be good against. Pietro, as your turn finishes, she will take a legendary action. And she will cast a psychic bolt at Rheawynne, or a mental bolt, a mind sliver, if you will. Intelligence save, please, Rheawynne.
I'm not smart.
Oh no.
Not
That is
smart.
okay. You're just furthest forward. It wasn't personal. I didn't go, oh, you look like you haven't got intelligence. Have a mind sliver.
Oh hey.
16?
A reminder that you are blessed, so you must roll your d4 on top of it.
Oh, D4. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Every save, every attack roll, bless.
Oh God, I don't know how to just roll a break.
Bottom left, there is a dice.
Oh, I see it. Okay. D4. Oh. Plus a 3, so 19?
Fantastic. What does it say? Doesn't affect
Oh.
you. Vel'zekiss.
Guess it's not fair to talk. Because we packed our ears with the
You can
wax.
shout. You can
Yeah.
hear in this room. You just can't get cleared.
I mean, I guess at some level I would have asked before. If we were trying to prepare for this thing. It's just everybody was managing their short rest bullshit.
Yeah.
Does do our people who go up and hit her want to go up and hit her, and are they not able to do so? Like, that's what I would have wanted to know. Like,
I'm gonna
where
go
would
up
you
and
be
try
if
and hit
you
it.
wanna- and you
Weapons are
can't
still
get there on your own,
blessed.
probably.
Oh, you mean in terms of movement speed?
Yeah, can you not get there?
Well, that's why I didn't pull.
I can't get
Right.
there.
In
You-
spirit.
You can, Toothy, or you can't?
Cannot.
I can't.
No.
Not
See,
without
'cause
the
I
back.
could move you there.
Oh.
Oh.
Right.
Ooh.
But the problem is, it's gonna go next. I don't know that you always kind of know that, I guess. Yeah.
I have something prepared for not attacking right now. I don't know if that's metagamey
No.
to say that.
We were clearly tried
would
to
have
play.
had an entire
took a
tactical
whole
conversation
short
before
rest.
walking
Yeah.
through the. We also
spent an
need to
hour.
look at where she was through that cloud she can't
Right.
pass through, and like make a
Right.
plan. You go this way, you go that way. I'll cast this. Let's go. You know, because she
Well-
cast blessing you before you went, so you're very much
Right.
allowed to come forward.
I'm gonna try to grab this thing with an earthen hand at some point and hold it in place.
Right. All right. So I don't
just
want
didn't do that because I can't reach it right now.
I don't want to hold this because I'm afraid I'll lose concentration on holding it from whatever she does on her turn. So I'm going to move Rheawynne now, if you are willing to be moved. Right. Well, Toothy said he has a plan.
Okay.
Something he can do when he's not there yet.
Right.
I could do both of them.
Yeah,
I
well, that's
don't
right.
have a plan. Send
That's
me
okay,
up.
Send her. She's not got a plan.
Yeah, I'll save a little bit for the future, but I will use my other second level here to Vortex Warp Rheawynne up next to it, assuming you willingly fail your save,
Yes,
so that you can
I'm
get
willing.
into attacking
How does this work?
range. Yeah, so this is, Vel'zekiss has disappeared many times on his own. He has made objects seem to disappear and reappear other places. And did I get around? Oh, I did. Yes. So I got around to coming up with language for this. So he sort of looks at you and cocks that sort of one beady red eye, makes the old Doctor Strange motions with his hands, and just says "Salak mushkik nugalak kadagulak," and then you just poof.
Gazoon
out of
tight,
existence.
and then she disappears.
Yes, yeah, it's like a sneeze at which you disappear, and you reappear in a cloud of snot right next to him. I would have put you in like yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Any bonus action from you, Vel'zekiss?
No, I don't think so. Better stay in the aura. So in case, well, I'm not going to stay in it if Toothy moves. So I'll just stay right where I am.
Yeah.
That's it.
That will bring us to the Banshee. It's going to reach out Rheawynne, try and sort of reach through into your heart.
Of course.
Oh.
That's a 6 to hit.
Ah.
There you go.
Ha. What if I said it did hit?
She will then move forward. Whoever's drawing an arrow, can you undraw it for 1 second point, please? I keep trying to. It keeps offering me to delete it. You can carry on drawing now. She's then going to step here beyond Rheawynne and let out an unearthly, piercing shriek. But this is a little different than the previous one. It isn't going to knock you unconscious. And considering you have your earplugs, you may roll with advantage, and you are blessed. But it is still a Constitution save from everyone, please, this time.
Of course, she wanted to get closer, so I wasted moving Rheawynne, but that's okay. It was still fun.
Only a little bit.
Oh,
I still don't know if Rheawynne could have got in range of that.
Oh boy.
17 from Pietro.
22 for me.
I'm going to make this really simple. With your bless and all of that, once you've worked it out, if you got below a 13, so that it's 12 or below, you will take 7 psychic damage. And if you got above that, you will take 3.
Okay.
So DC 13, 7 on below.
Jay, did you roll your bless?
Well, I have 12.
But you've got bless.
But then you got a bless, so you're guaranteed a 13.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Never mind.
You can't roll lower than a
on
1.
every single saving throw on every single attack roll. Oh, Toothy, you're up.
Alright, changes a little now.
Yes, you can get
But I don't think it actually does. I think I'm just gonna rock up. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Right there. I assume am I within melee range of that?
Oh yes.
Or is she
She is floating in the air, but only sort of 2 feet off the ground, so even Boxxo could melee attack quite easily.
My holy symbol is going to, which is my battle standard. My battle standard is going to glow, and without even realizing it, I cast whatever it's called.
Another class of whatever it's called.
Protection from evil and good.
Oh.
On yourself?
On myself.
Yeah, okay, nothing.
Sick.
I think I'm gonna get hit. So.
And it's possible. Does that conclude your turn, Timothy?
Yes, it does.
Here comes that legendary action. And this time, Toothy, it'll be you. An intelligence save, please.
Intelligence save, okay. There's an 8 plus 1d4. I don't think even makes it. If it's a nah.
You will take 7
Mine's
psychic damage. You will also
7
subtract
psychic
a 1d4 from your next saving throw, which is ironic because you're blessed,
Yeah.
so you're going to add a d4 and then subtract a d4. May the maths be with you.
And I have to roll for. I have to roll a con save. For
Oh, I hope I haven't
concentration.
written this spell straight up.
That's alright.
Yeah.
18. I'm fine.
Okay, yeah, so that'll also negate the minus d4 and the plus d4 because even with a minus d4 you're going to roll a 10, right? So, cool. Rheawynne.
If I do a bonus action, I can't do another bonus action as an action.
You
or
may,
can I?
unless they are both spells.
Shoot. Yeah. Okay.
Which 2 spells were you trying to cast?
I was thinking about spiritual weapon, and also healing, but I didn't know if that was a thing I could do.
No, you can't ever cast
Yeah.
spells in a turn, no matter what they do. But
Shoot. Alright, Toothy's still... Oh, Toothy, you're not looking so good. I'm trying to think of what to do.
you can
Skill
still
it.
use a cantrip or attack and healing word.
Yeah, it's true.
Cantrip or attack with healing word. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to cast a cantrip. I'm going to cast Celestial Burst and then heal Toothy, I think, is what I'm going to do.
Cool.
So
I appreciate
okay.
that.
Yeah, so Celestial Burst is 11.
That's a hit.
Probably. It's a hit?
You roll your.
Oh,
no, I said
D4.
2 hits. Yeah, you need to roll your bless.
Oh, right.
And you are not in melee range there, so this is a straight hit.
Oh god, that's not what I meant to do. Shit. How do I? No, don't do that.
Bottom left,
Okay.
guys.
Yup, got it. 13.
13 hits.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Nice.
Okay, that's
Nice.
6
Yep,
radiant
30
damage. And then for healing word, we're gonna do second level for you. Or should I? First
Can
level.
he hear the healing word?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's actually a creature is your choice. You can see it. Doesn't actually matter if they.
You're being
Oh, really?
healed. Yeah, no.
Screams it.
We're gonna do first
Yeah.
level.
Hey! Hey!
Heal.
Jay, that I think you've got the wrong version of healing word.
Oh, I do?
Yeah, it's not your fault. Don't worry about it. I rolled out a bin. Probably can tell you. Just refresh your character sheet, and then you'll find that your healing word does an additional D4 of healing.
What?
Oh.
It scales by 2d4 per level instead of 1d4 per level. It's one of the few changes in the new books that I was absolutely behind. So the new cure wounds and healing word.
It's just doubled in dice.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. That makes it a lot more useful.
Yeah,
a lot
it
more
means that it's
viable
worth
than.
healing. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, it's viable, right?
Know that.
Yeah. Ah,
Much
Oh,
less
then-
roll, but yes, Tutti, you'll take 10 healing.
I'll take it, dude. That's good.
Rheawynne, does that conclude your turn? Any movement?
How far away am I from her? She's just 10 feet away. I think I'm just gonna, get in range of Toothy's little light around him. Is that just a light source, or is that anything?
The light
It's
around
his,
him is armor
his
class.
aura. Yeah.
Armor
His
class.
Yeah.
Oh, so like it increases armor class?
I won. Yeah.
Yeah, by 1. And also advantage on frightened.
Okay,
Oh, yeah,
so I'm
it does the advantage of the fight as well.
I'm just gonna
Yep.
move into that radius, and then that's my turn.
Yep.
And if I say so myself, I'm going to use the single coolest sounding legendary action ever, because it is called Feast of Souls.
Ooh.
Which I think is just sick. So anyway, Toothy and Rheawynne, make a charisma save, please.
No worries.
Do I add a D4 to that? I guess I do.
Every save, every attack roll.
13, do I
8.
need to? I got a 13. Yeah, I do. I got a 1, I got a 14.
14 succeeds.
Hey!
8 does not. So,
Aw.
Rheawynne, you will take 2d6 necrotic damage, which is 9. And you will
Cool.
notice that the Banshee heals for an equal amount.
Oh.
I hate that.
For an equal
Okay.
amount, if that's the case, I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna, and I'm gonna say that, assuming this is I'm reading it correctly, I'm gonna say no. And I'm going to admonish the tyrannical. Now, if I'm reading this right, I can see the creature within 30 feet of me. If it's dealing damage to another creature, I can use my reaction to rebuke it. And for 1 minute, or until I lose concentration, so I'm breaking protect from evil and good.
I will let you concentrate on that and a spell, but they will both fail.
Oh, really?
Drop concentration. Yeah.
Oh, that would be
Because
fucking
I think
sick.
that's. I hate it when abilities have concentrations on them that break spell concentration.
Okay. Then that creature, so it rebukes the damage, so there's no damage being done.
Ah.
I don't think it says anything about.
It says rebuke.
Yeah, not just. No, you, dickhead.
Yeah.
just
A
flavor.
rebuke is just saying something negative. Like,
So you won't remove or reduce the damage, but.
Ah, damn! I thought that's what I meant.
Rolls against you. No, but you are making it focus on you, right?
I am making it focus on me, but that rebuke, I was like,
Oh, that would have been.
I was
cool.
really,
No,
that would have been cool. Super powerful,
So you still
super
take 9
fucking
damage.
powerful.
The
Damn it.
Heals
Okay.
9 damage, but we'll have disadvantage on any attack rolls against anyone other than you, Toothy. for the sake of flavor,
Yeah.
for the most part, you're going to see this effect work like a taunt. So any other abilities are also likely to get thrown at you.
Cool.
Okay.
Cool. Boxxo.
Okay, I'm gonna raise my hand and manifest my dagger near the spirit, but it kind of as Boxxo is trying to keep himself composed, his hands slightly shaking, and the dagger kind of like fades in and out of existence. But he will try and attack.
Are you steady aiming it?
No. That is 23 to him. That is 14 psychic damage. And then I will bonus action summon another dagger and attempt to slash at it again. That is 23 to him.
Yeah.
That is 7 psychic damage.
Okay. You're only using the sneak attack once, right?
Yes,
Okay. Good your turn.
it does.
Toothy, intelligence save, please.
Yeah.
So the mind sliver comes your way. Last of their legendary actions, you would assume.
Oh, excuse me.
11 plus 3, so 14.
Save.
Beautiful.
Pietro.
Yes.
It's your turn.
Oh, I thought you were gonna ask me to. I thought you were gonna ask me to make a saving throw or something.
No, so you will note that although previously you guys had some strange mind manifestations going on in this room, they don't seem to have happened during this fight.
Oh.
You're not sure why.
That maybe the plugs.
Maybe the earplugs, maybe the massively bright amount of light going on.
True.
Last time, you're not sure.
True. Let me just do a quick measure here. So I think the range on this is 30 feet. And she's standing in this space?
She is currently floating in effectively these squares.
Got you. So can I manifest my hand like within her? Because that has to be within 5 feet of her. So like,
Yeah.
can I do it within her vicinity, or do I
Yeah.
need to?
Let me get
Alright.
the spell for you.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't have an asset for that.
What's the full name of the spell?
Maximilian's Earthen Grasp. We can shorten it to Earthen Grasp.
Oh, no, I need the full name to find it.
Maximilian's Earthen
And it's
Grasp.
a one
Maximilian.
square. Is that right?
Yes.
You want it there?
I will throw it in the chat. Oh, never mind, it didn't show. Yeah.
Is that where you want it? Okay, cool. Let
Yep.
me go and create an asset for that real quick. Maybe do this again. Earth and grass. Rico and Rico. Okay, cool. It's there now. You can move it around, you can do what you want with it.
Nice.
Okay, and as you attempt to grasp it, it is strength save, is that correct?
That's correct.
It's a 14 with a natural 19 on the dice.
That makes it, no? It's a 14 DC.
Okay.
So does not grab, but the hand is there.
There's still half damage, right? No?
No, I don't think so.
2d6 bludgeoning on a failed save.
No, it's a successful save.
Yeah, so it has to like have grabbed it.
Okay.
No, I don't really want to shove it. It's right where we want it to
Right where you
be.
want it. Cool. Well, thanks.
Yeah, so.
All right.
Oh, sorry. Just a little clarification. I can't move within 30 feet of it, or I only had to cast it within 30 feet of me, and then I can
Go
go.
wherever the hell you want.
Oh, interesting. Then sorry, Vel'zekiss.
No, you're fine.
I'm gonna go over here and try to get some cover from this debris. Trash.
Well, it will go into the aura
Nice.
for the sake of it. Single target ghosts, not necessarily my best ghosty type things anyway. Yeah, I'm just gonna, I will magic missile it.
That'll be pretty
Kosh fire
effective.
Sarakasarili Molik, and it will come with 1, 2, 3 of those
Let's go.
for 13 force
Just not
damage.
concentrating on anything.
Nice.
Creature is wounded. Does take
Awesome.
damage in full.
Cool.
Anything else, Vel'zekiss?
No, I'm alright.
Okay, same effect again. Everybody con saves, please.
Oh god.
Look at that, it's the same damage as well. That's nice, isn't it? If you get a
These are-
13 or above on your wisdom save, you will constitution save. You will take
Gotcha.
3 psychic. If you get above, you take 7.
Are these advantaged again still?
Yes,
Weren't they
yes,
last time?
advantage because you have the earplugs.
Oh god.
How much damage? What was it? If you
7
succeed.
if you fail, 3 if you succeed. Psychic.
Cool. Roll
So managing
for
to roll the exact
concentration.
note.
Twice, that's the same total I got last time.
I don't have to.
I lose concentration.
Oh, on protection versus evil, and on comparison.
Yeah, and yeah.
That sucks.
I have to roll.
That's all good.
concentration Save too.
It's cool while it lasted.
And I'm almost dead again.
Goofy a 15 to hit you.
15 hit me, does not hit me.
Nice.
Oh.
Toothy, you're up.
Oh. Alright. I think it's time to hit. I think it's time to hit
Hold on,
something.
that's what's Rico's old.
Good.
Anything
I'm
important?
good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm
You're
good. I'm good.
Go hit something. You've got
Alright. I think it's time to hit with my scimitar.
this. Nice.
Or not. Or maybe, actually. I forgot I have a +7.
Oh,
And with the
+7.
bless.
+7. It is quite a big number.
And I have the. I think I'm flanking right now as well, so.
Yeah, plus the +2 indeed.
So that hits.
Does it? I don't know.
So. Pardon?
I don't know. Does it hit? Have you rolled the bless?
14 plus. Well, does 14 hit?
I'll tell you after you roll bless whether you hit.
Oh,
Roll the.
I thought we
Three.
already had a
Sorry.
13 hit previously.
Yes, but things are changeable. So
Oh.
Okay, I apologize.
I
I
have some things I
apologize.
can do, so I'd like to know what the final to hit.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
17
Alright,
is that?
17.
17 all up.
I cannot feel anything to do with that. So,
Beautiful.
ironically, if you had a roll 2 on the bless, you wouldn't have hit. So,
Oh, there you go.
It is exactly what you need.
That's good to know. That's good to
yeah.
know. Thank you.
Go ahead.
Alright.
You are hitting. Are you smiting?
I am smiting.
Oh, then you're killing. Let's see what's going. Let's get some deeps.
And then action smite. That is 2d8. It's 2 and a 7, and then extra d8 because it's undead.
Indeed.
And that is an 8.
Oh, please describe her grisly demise.
Fucking right.
All right. After getting hit with this whale once again, I close my eyes and be still for a moment, and then sort of almost in a little bit of martial prowess, sort of just make one slice vertically from bottom to top, and I think split the thing in half with my magic scimitar.
As you do so, you see the magic, the banshee display. And then it begins to convene, but you note on the ground dark black gemstone. Looks sort of this large, almost like a rock, like a polished rock. You see that magic going into it. It's been hidden in the past. It's sort of just here, and it was hidden in the past by like a cracked bowl that the poltergeist had been standing near. And now, as this fight has gone, the whale has broken it, and you can see it. And Toothy, you feel like an unerring urge to rush to it and grab it. And as you reach and grab this stone, you can hear the whispers, those slight whispers of spirit realm beyond. You know that this is some sort of nefarious object, and Ashleen will come running towards you, and immediately she will just douse it in what looks like water out of a flask. But specifically Rheawynne will recognize that it is holy water that is being doused. And she douses it in holy water and she says, Cover that quickly in a cloak or something here. And she passes you her cloak to wrap it. That's a necromancer's stone.
Necromancy.
I'll summon any creatures nearby. Any undead. Look, they've kept coming for days. You may each take 250 experience points for the defeating of your legendary enemy.
How many, sorry?
250.
250.
I believe that you should all be at
1635.
Yeah.
Yep.
I will put that in the group notes. Not in case anybody needs that again. And as you stand victorious over this, holding the necromancy stone wrapped in cloth, she will say to you, you are courageous, brave. We've done something really good here. Those stones are terribly dangerous. We should take it to a temple. Temple of a goodly god. And as she suggests that, we will pick up then next week, because that is where we are going to end. And I love this track. It's so much fun to say. And we will come to the timeless tradition. MVP. And I will... Rico gives a great recap, so I'll come first to Jay.
Oh boy. When Toothy made that cat scream running away, I thought that was pretty good.
It was great.
I enjoyed that, yeah. Good RP.
Joe.
Let's see, what did I write down? When I think it was before we had powdered the creature and we were trying to sort of figure out where it was, Jay, I don't know if it was actually in character or just you saying it, but you said, that's a big vicinity. And it was just, the delivery was exactly like a bunch of, I don't know if you know the comedian Brian Regan, but a bunch of the stuff where he's got like, where he doesn't understand words, and it just sounded like his dumb guy voice doing like, that's a big vicinity.
Is that the guy who's like, it's a sun, the big ball is the sun? Am I thinking?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
And many much moosing and boxing and all that stuff.
Yeah. Nice.
Josh.
Very good.
I thought the fight was really cool. I don't know if it was one spirit that kept evolving like a Pokemon, or if it was just being replaced by another because they're just all over the joint.
Being called through as the energy dissipates.
Yeah, I kind of didn't want it to stop at 3. Even though they were very, they were very deadly. But I was like, oh really? They're only lasting like a round. I want more turns. But yeah, the fights were cool.
Good, I'm glad. Jack, your MVP.
Yeah, it's. I mean, the fight was excellent. And I want to say that Rico's bloody recap was fantastic. Like that, you hit like everything, and I'm like, oh, fuck, yeah, I remember that. And it's like, oh yeah, I forgot that. You know what I mean? You're able to remember everything, like. But I think it's when Vel'zekiss was like walking around the inn, or being like, maybe I could use this because, like, it seems like it's giving you a bunch of powers, and like I need that power. Like, just a really cool moment of like really cool bit of RP.
Yeah, no, I can agree. And Rico.
I really enjoyed the especially with the first poltergeist and the second one, where like just like the relatively innocuous failed saves that people experience, like the baby falling through the ceiling. It was like just annoying enough to affect you slightly, but not like soul crushing. It was a really good mechanic. Enjoyed that.
I'm glad. We didn't really get a chance to explore why that wasn't present the second time round. I quite enjoy things at this level, especially that are interesting but not like shit. Like the whole when you got counterspell but you didn't lose your spell stuff, like little things like that. But they're just a bit of texture. So I'm glad you guys enjoyed the fights. I really didn't think that we'd take the Banshee fight today. I thought you might say we'll come back tomorrow and try and deal with it, and then we'd have the rest of the session of the night and whatever. Because I know like Josh had plans for going to rest and stuff, and then I thought the following day you might come back prepared to fight. No, we just took a short rest and went at it. I wasn't even sure that you guys would survive the first two fights without anyone going down, so it was really nice to see. I had a couple of MVPs. Jack, you said she's doing it, whatever she's doing. She's doing it, which was great. And Joe, maybe just toss the baby somewhere. Just a great line.
The baby that was so good.
And then can we get it back as bait? But the one thing that I don't know, this sort of went over my head and sideways, and I don't really know what you were talking about, but it fascinated me. Was Toothy talking about the Dulagal? This fucking came out of nowhere. The red-eyed creature that something with children that's got a long forehead and only walks sideways, and I was just like, where the fuck did that come from? And what is it?
It's real life Aboriginal folklore.
But my mind was absolutely blown. The Dulagal will make an appearance somewhere in Mazrea in someone's campaign, and it will only walk sideways like a crab. But yeah, I think you guys were great. And yeah, it was a really good session. But that is where we're going to end. So if you guys would like to say goodbye.
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 We are going to be raiding Master Boxxo. If you guys would like to go there and give him some love before we leave, we will pass on the lurkers. But in the meantime, that is where we're going to end. So we will see you guys soon. Bye.
She's about to get us to say goodbye again.
Yeah, it was. Leave me alone.